6'8" from New Mexico State, number 43, Pascal Siakam. At center, 6'11" from Texas, number 33, Miles Turner. At guard, 6'4" from Gonzaga, number 2, Andrew Nembhard. Now at guard, 6'5" from Iowa State, number 0, Tyrese Halliburton. And the head coach of the Indiana Pacers is Rick Carlisle.
When the lights go out.
We're not doing all that copy right now, are we? What's up, everybody? We got the NBA Finals about to get underway. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you guys for checking out our video we put out yesterday, our little podcast episode. What's going on, Katie? Don't care who wins. Just into watching good basketball, I suppose. What up, Inferno? We got Daniel Barry in the house, YYC, Vision, and did I say Inferno? Inferno, Jizzy, Joker, and Blorp trying to sneak his way into the top of the chat leaderboard on YouTube. Not gonna lie, this intro music is lit. Take a listen. Imagine it was the Suns. That's what I'm doing. Bringing out the starters. Lou Dort. Read on Twitter, somebody was saying they're changing up their they're changing up their lineup. I want to see how that goes. Hey. Man, who do you guys think is going to win this series? Like, who, let alone game one, right? But I see this as evenly matched, and I know I'm kind of alone in that. Like, not a lot of people think this is evenly matched. Everybody thinks OKC is just going to run away with it. But I don't know, man. That's what I'm thinking, Joker. We'll see. I did see that, Joker, but only John Cena, right? Or is there other Suns merch? No, Katie, ain't gonna be the Suns next year. Well, Michael, there was reports today coming out that said that the Suns have no interest in Cat, which is really weird to me. That's really weird. Other than the fact that he's not aligned. What up, Jacob Frederick? Jacob, how weird that we signed a Cavs coach, right? A Cavs assistant. Oh, yeah, I was just popping in there real quick before we start. Those guys are awesome. Wish I could watch their stream while I stream. Yeah, see, I'm not into Cena. I don't really like John Cena that much at all. So I just don't picture myself getting hit. I wish there was other, like, some Stone Cold Suns gear. Woo! That'd be dope. Or, Oh, really, pre. I'll have to go check it out. I'll check it out. Saw the Beal report as well, Jacob. 20 watching. Thank you guys for coming out. Hit that like button, please. Please. Yeah, Rhea Ripley as well. Sundo might want some of that, you know. Dort, handoff. Jalen Williams to the rack, stops. Ooh, he wanted to pop, but he kicks it out to Kaysen Wallace. Wallace out to Dort, high arcing three. That's who you want shooting from OKC. It's off. Turner for three, no good. Let me get this Gamecast working. First bucket goes to Shea. There we go. Turner over to Nembhard. Nembhard to Siakam. Siakam gets the ball poked out. Almost ripped. Over to Nembhard. Deep contested. Three. Rattles out. Very close. Shea over to Chet. Chet with the pump and drive. Wow, that went. Goodness. That's a 7-footer putting it on the floor. And shut up, Doris. Hallie gets the saved ball back, kicks it to Neesmith. Not even close. Helly contested. Yeah, Inferno Sundo said he'll be here. He said he was going to be here before the stream started, but we all know how that goes. What up, America? They got two chances, though, Vision. They got two chances. You know? Dort? Ew. God, Dort is just so disappointing on offense. Except for when he plays the Suns. Then he's got his P's and Q's and his T's and I's crossed and dotted. Williams in transition, going to pull up for a three. Drills it. Kind of looking like Kevin Durant, not going to lie. That was a Durant shot. Full speed into a calm three. Turner blocked but fouled by Chetty Gumdrops. I mean, that wasn't even the dumbest thing I've ever heard Doris say. I'm just sick of her. Turner at the free throw line. Already hit one. No, about to hit one. No? Misses the second. Wowee. 1-7 to start. My God. Yeah, it is pre. This is like a high school state game, like state championship game. If you know, you know. Dort over to Williams. Williams spins, doubled. Turnaround, fadeaway. No good. Siakam with the board over to Hallie. Back to Siakam. Siakam to Hallie. Hallie into the corner to Turner. Turner versus Yet. Neesmith back to Hallie. They kick it down to Siakam. Bully ball. Too big. Good take. I don't know how they got him on Kaysen Wallace. Wallace with the crossover and pass out to Dort. Dort for three. God, he sucks so bad. Nembhard to the rack. Stops. Falls. Travels. What are you doing, Nem? YYC says Pacers look nervous. What up, Ruby Tuesday? We'll see. We'll see. I think it'll get a little bit more fair. They're going off on the first run. Shea loses it out of bounds. Once his foul, not gonna get her. Oh. The game sound's not on. My bad, y'all. Somebody needs to keep me in check here. Chet throws it up out of bounds.
Threw it too far ahead. Not only are the Thunder force more turnovers, they commit the fewest, and that is lethal for the opponents.
Nembhard gets it to Neesmith. Over to Siakam, back to Nembhard, sets him a screen, pick and roll. Siakam at the free throw line, turn around midi, good. How did Siakam get so damn good? Like, this is insane. I remember when he was getting good with the Raptors, but bro just keeps developing. SGA with the three. It feels like he knew it as he let go. Yep, YYC Dort is like a bigger Okogie. Make him shoot. Okogie has a better shot, honestly, as far as looks and release. Nice little midi from Turner. Sorry, was it Siakam again? No, Turner that time. Jalen Williams no good. They're pushing the pace. They get it to Nembhard. Wide the Fook open. Corner three. That looked like the Suns were playing defense. Man.
We talk about this OKC defense, but pass in transition, knocks it down. And then Siakam takes his time on the post, elevates over a defender. We got a tie.
Siakam's still wearing the KD 16s, not even wearing the 17s. I like it. I respect it. They're good-looking shoes. That's what I've been rocking in the rec. Because I got a pair in 2K that go perfect with the new rec jerseys. Because everybody cares about 2K. YYC says, why is OKC putting a small on Pascal? They're probably going to talk about that right now and be like, okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're not going to do. We're not going to have Case and Wallace on Pascal. We're going to have to put a real defender on him. Unless you want him to torch you for 30 to 40. Yeah, we need to do that, Joker. I've been playing a lot lately. Trying to get me rep back up. I normally am like gold or purple, but I've been stuck in silver because I just am playing with absolute gooners. Yeah, but Sundo's scared to play 2K, you know. He doesn't have the time to put into, I mean, let's be honest. You know. He's a Madden man, not a 2K man. He's a football man. I've rebirthed. Yeah, I'm onto my rebirth big. I only play with him because I fine-tuned what I wanted for a big. Yeah, they need to put Hartenstein out there. What up, Heated? Yeah, Ruben, football's coming right around the corner. You know? That sounds good, Javier. It's one of those cool things you can do here on Playback. You can not only obviously watch the game, but apparently you can turn me on or off, or you can turn Doris's voice on or off. See how I can do that. Doris is just getting stale, man. It's just old. I look, say what you want to me or about me for saying this. She was really good as a sideline reporter. And then they're like, yo, wouldn't it just be so awesome for virtue signaling purposes to make her the lead anchor? It's like, yeah, to try to make yourself look good like you're trying to empower women. Is it going to be best? No. You know. But it is what it is. It be like that, you know. I'm just glad I won out on this, because if you guys remember, I've always been against Doris Burke, and now finally people are coming around to my line of thinking. J-Dub. Working on Shepard. Stops. Fades. Brick. Halliburton with the board. Ooh, Hallie almost pulled from deep. Hallie to Turner. Back to Nemhard. Into the corner to Toppin. Toppin to the rack. Toppin stopped. Throws it all the way back court where no one is standing. Wow, that is a 2K hilarious joke mistake. You know? Also won a title as a player with the Celtics. He's been in this situation quite. And Carlisle, if you read his lips, goes, next play, next play, next play. Good attitude.
In the Eastern Conference Finals when he was the head coach of Detroit. I've had some battles with Rick Carlisle, and he will keep you on your toes.
Yeah, I cannot stand Richard Jefferson either. Super annoying on the mic. Reggie Miller, super annoying on the mic. Not everybody's built for it. But they'd rather have ex-players and women doing the talking that never played in the WNBA. I'm pretty sure Doris Burke never played in the WNBA. Wouldn't that be hilarious if she was like the old Caitlin Clark and nobody knew because nobody watched? I don't even think the WNBA was in existence when she was of age to play. Yeah, Reggie's just way too biased for me.
Who are my officials? How well do I know them? What are they going to do?
Nemhard screen. Kicks it back to Turner. Gonna step back for the three. Short. J-Dub with the board.
Williams an all-star this year, all-NBA,
J-Dub. Over to Shea. Shea foul baits. Going to the line for two.
And a side out for OKC.
Let's watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's footwork on this drive. But let's also remember, he's playing against his countryman and good friend. Watch Nemhard release.
We don't care about their interpersonal relationships. She's so mad that she can't say, that's his cousin. They're cousins. Cousin. So she's like, that's his countryman. They're both from Canada. We get it. How about basketball?
Holmgren can't finish. And a loose ball foul is going to go against Obi Toppin and the Pacers. Not on the shot.
Gordy, OKC is a very physical fouling team. They get away with a lot because they do it a lot. And it's just like, well, this is what we do. Can't call us for everything. That was a foul on Obi.
Lou Dort doesn't have the athleticism or the size that Obi Toppin does, and he's already got 6 rebounds.
J-Dub to Shea. Shea splits the D with the jelly finish. That was beautiful. Beautiful to be pulling moves like that in a damn finals game. And they're going to call a timeout. Beautiful. No defense from Turner. Turner, you're a bum. Turner, put your arm out and try to intercept her. Sorry, try to rip that. You have to show pressure on the ball handler as the off-ball defender. What are you doing? You just watched him cross over and drive. I don't even know who I want to win. It's just I want them to play better. I want everyone playing their best. That's what makes this stuff fun. And I have high expectations for the quality of basketball for this series because both teams are so damn good. Yeah, maybe Peach Baskets, Izzo. Maybe who dis? Who dis? Is this their announcer? One of their announcers? Too dark in here. Can't see. All right. Pass. I don't think I've ever seen dancers wearing raincoats before. What's this all about? Is something about to happen here? And why does it make them all look like they have guts? Bro, like, anybody seeing this? What up, Poseidon? YYC, no. Jordan Ott was not my second guy. I mean, honestly, there's like at least 5 coaches that were more deserving of being the next head coach of the Suns. I truly believe while Jordan Ott might end up being the right guy for the job, I truly believe that it was a yes man situation. I don't want to go as far as to call him a yes man. I definitely think Brian Gregory is a yes man. But I don't they really thought they ate with this raincoat dance and they didn't. That's the funny thing. I feel like Jordan Ott was just so you guys probably heard the news that's kind of gotten buried, right, about Matt Ishbia. He's basically come out and said, listen, I tried it the classic owner way. I came in here, I had experts that I paid good money to, and I wrote big blank checks, big, beautiful blank checks, and did whatever those experts told me to do. They failed, not me. So now I'm taking over. And that's what I think he did by hiring all Michigan State bootlickers. Did I say that out loud? I take it back. I didn't mean that. And so that's what I think this is. You know what it is? Can I be completely honest with you? Whenever I used to play Madden, and I'd be running like a dynasty, I would always, and I mean always, make sure to sign any ex-Huskers I could sign to the Bears because I loved having that connection of my favorite team. And then I would just use those players. Like I would make those players exceed what they could actually do tenfold because I wanted to see Huskers succeed. Ain't no damn different than what he's doing. No different at all. Well, Cordy, me wife tied up me purse strings. And I've been cooking at home, which is much more respectable. Halliburton corner 3, no good. So I think tonight she's going to cook. And she's making spaghetti with spicy Italian meatballs. And I cannot wait. Because that's a meal that she's got down lock. She knows how to make that perfectly. Obi to Neesmith, and Neesmith's heel goes out of bounds.
And there's still 4:22 remaining here in the first.
But one key about the mic, a couple of them have been dead ball.
Does he really have a billionaire brother, Michael? That's crazy. I would smash some SpaghettiOs with meatballs right now. Isaiah Joe with the fadeaway mid-range. That was nice.
Such a spark off the bench, searching. Goes inside.
Hallie gets that ball tipped. Toppin gets it. Has to throw it. Toppin threw the ball, crossed half court again. Get Toppin out of this game.
turnovers right now. You're right, Doris. OKC's not scoring on them, but they also have taken 8 more shots.
How many points does Toppin has?
Alexander gets in the paint, throws it up.
Ooh.
This time his jump pass was not good. McConnell.
Hallie, corner 3, good. They needed that.
Halliburton to be aggressive to score. Because if he's just aggressive to pass, like you said, Doris, these windows close quickly. On that last possession, there were multiple deflections. He's got to be aggressive to score to open up the pass against this team.
Hartenstein, as SGA goes back door. Good ball movement here. Caruso, open 3.
Caruso drills the 3. What beautiful form on that jumper.
Thunder 3 for 6 from long range. Obi Toppin, another turnover. A rough start from the reserve forward who has played well in the playoffs. And now 7 turnovers for the Pacers. SGA jump shot short.
SGA no good.
Toppin holding on. Siakam comes to help. And a moving screen call on Siakam.
Damn. I wonder if Dort sold that.
Mike, I'm going to say something. And everybody
Yep, Shane, definitely going live for the draft. No question. No question.
Catch your breath, everything. So even for the Pacers, if they're moving at a 9-speed normal, they're moving at 10-11 right now. Jump in the air to make passes, making these uncharacteristic mistakes. They've got to slow down and take a deep breath.
He likes to take different takes, don't you think? Michelob Ultra Zero, bringing fans chances to win prizes throughout the NBA playoffs. Scan for your chance to win. And a turnover this end, this time for the Thunder. That's their 3rd. But if you're Indiana and you look at that turnover number and realize you're only down 6, you've got to feel pretty good. You have not played well. And it's just 19-13. McConnell sneaks inside like he always does. Banks it home. Hartenstein fakes, now drives.
Hartenstein ripped. Regains it. Turnaround hook shot blocked. How's it a foul? Turner just had his hand up.
Turner to the foul. Hartenstein
What a call.
with the 2 free throws.
Once TJ McConnell got healthy, his ankles were bothering him.
What
early,
up,
and
Duck
the
Duck
impact
Dinosaur?
was
I
going to
agree,
be
man.
the
Take
guys
Toppin out. What are you
get to
doing?
spots on the floor off the bench. A lot of times it's to that sweet
He's
spot.
Obi
15.
slopping right now. I think they did take him out. They did.
Hartenstein in his first year trying to
Not a moment too soon.
As for the Thunder, this is his 6th team in 7 years. He's making more money this season than he did in his first 6. Sometimes it takes the players a little longer to find their niche in the NBA. Boys, he found it. Did it with New York last year, and he's been the perfect fit with the Thunder.
Well, he made the money this year with the New York.
It does, Major Awesome. It definitely does.
And I guarantee you, when you
Sobering,
see all the jerseys he
you know?
wore, there's going to be a lot of teams and fans being like, we had this guy on our roster and we couldn't figure it out.
McConnell splitting the defense, kicks it out to Mathurin.
Who can be a good scorer.
Mathurin to Thomas Bryant, into the corner to Nemhard. Air ball. Are they not ready? Are they not ready? Like, what's going on? Is it being on the road? Missed lay from SGA, but Hartenstein gets it and puts it right back. Dag nab. McConnell skips it to Nemhard, over to Neesmith. Sorry, Mathurin. Down to Siakam. Fouled. And one if this was old rules, but I don't think the new rules are going to allow all that.
Mark Degno told us before the game is don't underestimate.
Got 40 watching. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. I want to thank you guys again for checking out me and Sundo's podcast episode yesterday. It was about like 25 minutes. Thank you for that. Bryant kicks it to Siakam. Siakam, spin move. They get it to Mathurin. Nice move, nice bump. Doubled and triple teamed. They are swarming the paint. Shea Gilgeous to the rack. Double step back mid range. Oh my God, that's poetry. That was absolutely gorgeous, guys. I mean, it's the type of shit Devin Booker does. when he's in his
You
bag.
talked about it, Mike. You think you have an opportunity. You see multiple defenders coming.
They just
and attacking.
play team
And look,
defense so well.
No pen, no paper, but this man knows how to draw attention. Shea
Man,
knocking down the mid-range.
that was a crazy
and
mid-range.
loving it.
YYC says, apparently the Knicks tried to get KD. Wonder what they offered. That's a big question I've been thinking about today. Been pondering that today. Because you know it wasn't Cat, right? You know they weren't offering Cat at the halfway point. So what would it have been? Because if they wanted KD and they were doing a straight up Suns for KD trade, guys, it would have had to have been Josh Hart, Mikhail. There's no way. What could they have, like, money-wise, guys? You have to add up. You have to add up. Somehow, some way, $53.7 or $53.4 million, one of the two, can't remember, of salary would have had to have been traded at the halfway point of the season. So understand that when you're looking at Fanspo or whatever, they would have had to have added up that kind of money or just traded Cat straight up. So were they going to give us Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and Mitchell Robinson? Because that's what adds up to that. I've worked on that trade a lot. If they were, what else could it have been? You ain't getting Mike Conley. You're like, that's not going to work in the trade. We're not, you know. Wow, Hartenstein, beautiful take.
The lefty with a beautiful move and a chance for a three-point play.
But Inferno, there's no way. There's no way. There is no damn way they were going to give us OG and Mikal Bridges. Because if they were going to give us OG and Mikal Bridges, first of all, we would have dunced it. All right. Why is my camera all blur? We would have done it. Gosh, I got to restart my computer. Or my computer. Camera. One sec.
And in the games they played, on one quarter of every game, he was not allowed to shoot.
There's just no way.
No shots that entire quarter and had to work on other parts of the game, and it served him well.
Meanwhile, tell Little Rich to shoot it every time he touches it.
Tristan, is that something that can be done in the mock? Can I fire a coach?
Turnovers early. Knocks that one down.
What up, David Matney?
And a whistle and a foul.
David, you heard any Husker stories that need to be spoken of? Any videos we need to make?
So in the penalty, Gildas Alexander shoot the free throws. OKC has taken 3. Indiana just 2 here in the first. It's time for Try It free throws with YouTube TV. Scan the QR code to unlock your 21-day free trial and get your favorite sports and live TV.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I don't know if it matters for me. Like, maybe I'll do it just for the sake of reality, you know.
Because often the opponent that you play in the next series is so different from the previous one. What are you seeing from both teams in figuring this out?
Well, I think Indiana is learning how small these gaps are that you can make passes. And even you go
Pups are doing good.
Changing that starting lineup right before the game. That's another mentality thing. I like that for Indiana.
Helly's in a little crate taking a nap. The door's open. She just wants to be in there on this little pillow bed. Hallie, why don't you keep driving, bruv? Neesmith, rip to the rack. This isn't going to go well. OKC's defense is way too tough. Like, they have... Oh, my God, if that went in, that would have been nutsoids. Wow.
9 turnovers.
Pre-rush says Elon versus Trump. Yeah, I saw that. Well, pre-rush, but we all knew. Everybody knew. Both sides of the political aisles knew that Trump was named in it, but to what extent, that sort of stuff. I say, I'm pissed they haven't released the Epstein files. I don't care if Trump is in it or not. Release it, you know? We deserve to know. And I actually line up with Elon on the whole big, beautiful bill. You know? But I'm a Kamala guy. Through and through. I'm voting for her again. And try and stop me. Okay? I'm a good boy. Heard something about Dylan turning down $6 million from US. What? I think we could come up with $6 million if we had to for Dylan. That's messed up, bro. That makes me sick. If they really came after Dylan Raiola with $6 million, that's crazy. Yeah, Mac, I understand that, but like also he's been against that's what the other argument is like trying to pose it as that's all he's mad about, but whether he is or isn't, I want Doge cuts to be codified, and they're not getting codified. And the whole point was to cut $2 trillion in spending, but all of a sudden we're going to go up in spending. I don't like that. But once again, I'm Doug Emhoff as far as you're concerned, dear viewer. What up, Diego? For sure, David. Yeah, I didn't think it would be this bad, though. I really didn't think it was going to be this bad. I thought he'd just kind of ride off into the sunset and try to lay low, you know, after Doge was done. Man, this is a long quarter break. I understand it's the finals, but dang. Crowd getting loud. Do you guys remember when the Suns used to have their soundometer? You know? Yeah, it's got to be old. They're talking to Halle Berry Burton.
Dumb turnovers right now. They're a good defensive team, but I feel like a lot of them are unforced, so we got to be better on that end.
The first finals for most of you guys.
McConnell to Matherin. Over to Toppin for three. And he hit it in Hartenstein's face.
Hit a couple of threes after that rough start. AJ Mitchell getting some interesting
nice spin move from Wiggins. That's not gonna. It did. That he couldn't do that again if he tried. That's crazy.
Right now for Indiana, Siakam. So it's Toppin, Shepard, Matherin, and
McConnell to Shepard, back to McConnell. Ooh, whips it to Toppin, who's feeling himself from three, but bwicks that one like Brian Gwegowy bwicked the head coach higher. I'm just kidding. I'm a big Jordan Ott fan, everybody. I love Jordan Ott.
Williams jump shot too strong.
I think Jordan Ott's the right guy for the job. Jordan Ott's going to be a great hire. Okay?
Nice lob pass, stripped by Caruso, but a foul. He does not like the call. Mark Daigneault looking up at the big screen. I don't think he's going to challenge here. And he shouldn't.
Big time beef, Zambuki. You ain't gonna believe the beef. You ain't gonna believe the beef, bro.
If you catch that ball, catch high, keep high.
The beef is so beefy that Elon literally called Trump a pedophile in no uncertain terms. He basically insinuated that Trump's complicit in the Epstein files. It's bad, you know? But hilarious. It is hilarious.
Is the window closes fast?
Yeah, Alex, we should sign him to be our new president of basketball operations. He was Tristan, but then Trump is passing or trying to get past this big, beautiful bill. It has some things in it like money for the border control effort. Border patrol effort and border control. It has things Trump wants in it, so he's allowing it to go through or pushing it to go through and kind of gaslighting a little bit, when in reality it's going to up our deficit, which is the whole point of why people, not me, I voted for Doug Emhoff, elected Trump in the first place, was to lower the deficit. You know,
I talked about it. You don't have to call a play for him. This is a simple throw ahead. He looks at the defender.
Nice take from Elmer Fudd himself going to the line.
That's the part about having a player like Caruso come off your bench. Elite defensively, but also he finds ways to be aggressive scoring.
So he played in the finals. Obviously, Pascal Siakam, who played great for Toronto in their 2019 title run. He played in the finals. And Thomas Bryant actually played
free throw good.
Played in the finals with Denver on their 2020.
But if you think about it, whether you're a Trump supporter or Biden or whatever, when you think about Trump, I don't think anyone ever should have thought that he was the type of dude that was going to reduce spending. This is the guy that has buildings all over the world with his name in gold. He's always been a big spender. It doesn't really line up with him that he would ever be fiscally responsible, because he's just not that type of dude. You know, you either have that gene or you don't. Shepard for 3, that was pretty.
The number 1 3-point shooting team in this postseason. Einstein won't go. Mitchell, offensive rebound. Wiggins tries.
Wiggins, no good. They get the tipped rebound to Shepard, over to Mathurin. Shepard, back to Mathurin.
Trying to get to Pascal.
Siakam.
Good defender, but a height advantage for Siakam.
Thought about a skip pass. Backing down Wiggins. Turn inside fadeaway. No good. Hartenstein might have got slapped in the face a little bit, but no call. J-Dub to the rack. Lefty lay. No good. Going to the line, though.
Richard, you and I were talking about this. Pascal is going to be so important. His ability to flex into different matchup advantages. The man about to shoot free throws got to flex into his advantages. When Shea goes out, the offense runs through Jalen Williams.
And Jalen Williams has grown so much over the course of this season.
So, did you guys see the Bradley Beal stuff today?
Even the size difference that Pascal has.
F in the chat if you did.
Pascal has against pretty much everyone in his position on OKC.
Siakam's also in amazing condition. Just runs
so
stop all game long. As Williams,
Suns are putting it out there so that it is known
great co-stars in the NBA
that they quote 100% do not want him to return. But then I'm also seeing some people reporting that Beal is unwilling to agree to a buyout, which means the Suns might be telling Beal, likely this is where it's at. The Suns have told Beal, hey man,
Indiana again.
Zero
Moving the ball.
part of us, 0%
Great
of
shot
us
there. Good
want
quality
you
shot.
back.
You gotta
We
catch
want
that
you
keep
gone
That's exactly
no
what I
matter
said. You
what.
can't bring that
And
ball
he
down
says,
against this team. They will get steals
no,
and deflections.
I'll be here collecting my money and letting my wife run her entrepreneurial business.
It is over. It is over.
We
Again,
like
the
it here.
The referees know it. The players know it. And one thing
I
love
like
what
it
Rick Carlisle
here.
did, he just did a hockey
Shouldn't have
substitution.
paid
He took
me.
everybody out, and in order to keep his guys
Type
fresh,
shit.
Dagnall took 3 players out. So you can already see adjustments in the way they're substituting.
So, it's true vision. He'll still be smiling about other things every day. There are other things to smile about other than basketball.
In the Western Conference Finals, remember he's missed
If your
50
name's Bradley
games during
Beal.
the regular season with that hip injury, and they still won 60.
Holmgren's free throws are good.
That's where Hartenstein was so important.
Yes, they did, Alex. Yes, they did.
7-point lead equals the largest here in the first.
Hallie to Neesmith. Neesmith down to Turner. Turner, no good. Turner, no good. Fouled going to the line, though. You know,
That's what I'm
I'll add all those things up, and those are the reasons why your boy James Jones is no longer the James Jones GZMs. It's time for Brian Gregory to steer the wheel.
So free throws for Turner. Perhaps no other pacer appreciating this final appearance more than Miles Turner, his entire 10-year career with Indiana. And it hasn't
Turner's
always
free
been
throw
easy with
rattles
ups
around and
downs,
drops.
Injuries, trade rumors. Teams had stretches where they got swept in the playoffs. Last year was magnificent for him. He was very emotional.
Let's get Q. Give me 1 second, and I can get you a VIP. I don't know if you need it. Perhaps you don't.
Turner, he's one of those guys
But you
that has
kind of got
always put that
VIP
time in,
vibes,
always
if I'm
trade
being
rumors,
honest.
but he
So
shows up every day like a professional.
hook you up
He's
right there.
rewarded here with the finals appearance.
Holmgren
The
to
last 2 years, that's the key.
who dis? New number. AJ Mitchell? Okay.
Goes at Halliburton.
Kaysen Wallace, no good. Defense is going brazy. Steals are right back. No good. Mitchell with his own rebound, no good. Going the other way. Hallie.
Not afraid. He's aggressive out there.
Screen from Turner.
Halliburton.
Pump.
Nice fake. Launches
Shot.
the three-pointer. It's
Giggity.
Halliburton with his
Right
second
wing
three.
3 after he sent him flying.
Back within 6.
Yes, Vision, we are passing out Membies today.
You said it, Richard. He's not a guy who
We
needs the
certainly
ball.
are. Can I read you guys? Can I read you guys a really funny joke, a really funny comedy bit that Sundo texted me? So I texted him. This is just comedy writing itself, you know. Sundo's very natural at comedy. It just flows through him. At 6:24 today, I texted him and said, stream at 7:30. At 6:53, he texted me and said, leaving in-laws around 7, should be there. Should be there. Should be there. Should be there. But then I look at the clock. And now we're approaching on an hour past the start of the game. But I don't see... I mean, I see Sundo. We always see Sundo. But I don't see Sundo over on playback. Now that's weird, but it is funny. All right? Knightley says he likes the coach pickup. Yeah, man. We'll see. I'm trying to be open-minded about it. I'm just a dickhead, you know. Let's go ahead and pass out some Membies while we guys got you here. All right? So some pre-halftime horsemen. Hit that like for me if you haven't. What do we got for likes? 34. Help me get to 40. Either way, I'm passing out Membies. No Metro here. Perfect. Just got to open this up in another window.
We believe in...
No, we don't. We don't. Here they come. Living in O. Chris Stew. Marty Moshen. And Harry Pat Phoenix. Our 5 newest and possibly truest
Horsemen!
horsemen.
Horsemen!
Horsemen.
Horsemen!
Horsemen.
Horsemen!
Horsemen. And Harry Pat Phoenix. Once again.
Horsemen!
Horsemen. Welcome. All right, let's get back into this game. Harry Pat Phoenix.
Here we go. Win this minute. Hey, win this minute, Pete. Win this minute. I'm settled in now. I was a little antsy. Too quick. I can breathe now.
He always plays with such a joy.
Ooh, Shea with a beautiful mid-range step back.
No, but I love what he said. Even one of the fastest playing teams know that they need to slow down a beat, but that's part of being...
Hallie getting swarmed. Man, the way they're defending these screens is cool. What a novel idea, actually defending them. That's crazy. Neesmith for 3, no good. No reason to twist your body like that, little bro. Didn't need to get all fancy with it.
11 turnovers forced, so that's 17 extra.
Almost, man. That's a tough lay for Chet. That's tough with the left hand. No good. Neesmith to Turner.
Sometimes it's not pretty, but they've got a special fight.
Neesmith to Nemhard.
Coming back from a rough start.
Pick and roll.
Coming back in a lot of playoff games.
Nemhard with the bump. Nemhard with the up, foul. Draw, foul bait. Learned it from Shea.
First team All-NBA defense this year. First time he made one of those teams, and much deserved.
And I love this by Nemhard. Look, he takes his time, and look, you got to be physical with Dort. You got to put that.
Dort literally grabbed his hand and pulled it away from the ball.
His arm was down. Dort's got to be.
So I'm very happy about that foul call because that's deserved. It was just delayed. Free throw good.
Throw goes down 8 miles, just 8 miles from here.
You are welcome living.
Game 2 of the Women's College World Series currently airing on ESPN. Texas leading the best of 3 series 1-0 after the come from behind win. A game attended by our very own Richard Jefferson.
Not just me, my kids were there. They had
I think we're a little more
so much fun.
than a month away from Summer League streams. That'll be fun.
Go do it. It was amazing.
Ooh, Isaiah Joe, no good. Nemhard trying to draw a foul like he's in the WWE, selling it. Nemhard, Nemcharge.
2 fouls on Nemhard.
You know, Cordy, skill. Here's what it would require. It would require Bradley Beal not be injured at the same rate that he has been the last few years. So as he's getting older here, he would have to start getting more healthy. Usually doesn't happen. It's possible. If that happens, I could see him playing better, especially if he doesn't have to share shots with Kevin Durant, because he'll be more in rhythm, because he'll get more shots. What up? But I feel like his vibe might kill the team. The vibe of everyone in the fan base wants him gone, but he's refusing to leave. I don't see how that can't affect the vibe of the team.
What are we talking about?
Is there a possibility that if the Suns have to keep Beal, that they could be competitive with him on the roster?
I think there's a possibility. Is it likely?
Why isn't
I
it
have-
likely?
I have no clue if it's likely. I don't know. 'Cause
No,
we
why
don't know-
wouldn't it be likely? Like, what do you think? Like, why?
What do you mean? Like, will they be competitive or not?
Like, if you're thinking about why or why not that could work, what would the reasons be?
I think it could work because if this coach is what everybody says he is. Sorry, give me a second here. If this coach is what everybody says he is, where he's supposed to be this offensively innovative, he'll figure out a way to use him and Booker, right? I figured that's one reason why I say it could work. I just feel like, me personally, I know he catches a lot of heat. I feel like a lot of his downfall this season was because of Bud. Because the season before, under Vogel, he was a serviceable player. So that's another thing. Now, him getting hurt all the time, now that's a completely different story. But as far as skill set and being used, I feel like that was because Bud was. But I also don't know if he actually is. What's the word I'm looking for? If he actually is sloping downhill, you know what I mean? Like, if he is getting worse and worse every season.
Right.
That's the thing. We just don't know. My guess is yes, he is on the down slope and he is getting worse every season. But also, part of me wants to believe that it was Bud that did all that,
For sure.
But there's no way we're keeping him, so.
I mean, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. The news today, while you were busy in Uganda,
thank you,
stopping a genocide.
Boy, he's uber aggressive.
What?
Yeah.
No, sir. I have to be in Palestine for that.
This might be offensive.
I thought it was Uganda today. Or is it Uganda
I was
tomorrow?
A joke because you said I was stopping him. You
can't say any of that shit. Okay,
man, we are.
Portnoy will fuck you up. Portnoy will fuck you up.
Hey, did you see your boys are beefing?
Yeah, it's so good, so funny. Your boys.
No.
Your boys. Because I support.
When is the Hiroshima workday?
I support Corinne Jean-Pierre. Okay?
How's this game going so far? Because
That's my
right now,
political
if
candidate.
I'm being honest with you, I'm really rooting for Indiana, but it seems like they're getting
Indiana's getting manhandled on defense.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense because OKC is a big team compared to them.
Fernie says Spartan Valley Pod has a nice ring to it. It does. It does. Really does.
Oh, Inferno, I don't know, man. I'll let you know, though, soon. Kristen says, wow, the Suns are paying fire coaches more than players. I mean, yeah.
Does anybody hear a humming coming from Sundo's mic? I was hearing it when we were recording last night.
What about now?
Yeah, it's like after you talk, it's like,
Oh, I think I know why. Let me unplug this stupid thing real quick. Let me see if that fixes it.
But I didn't hear it on the recording. The recording, it was clear.
Who knows?
You gonna buy any Cena Suns merch?
Cena Suns merch.
Yeah, we've got some new Suns merch because they're coming to Phoenix, I guess.
Dude, the WWE is so ridiculous when it comes to their merchandise, dude. Unreal.
Can you believe they cut that Triple H cut your boy?
Yes, I can believe it.
Why?
Because I feel like they're pitting this on Triple H, but I feel like literally what happened is EKO comes up to him and looks at the payroll and says, gives them a list of people, and they say some of these got to go because they will probably look at it on the outside, looking at like, which of these are you booking for well, and which of these are you not booking for well, and pick the ones you want to fire. And I bet you anything, like Truth was in that group of people, and he was just like, well, I guess I got to let Truth go because he's literally not in any important storylines when it comes to, the championship scene or anything like that. It's just our Truth. I think what's going to happen is the joke is he's going to sign. Yeah, see Vision. Like I just think that's really what's going on. Like I feel like for money reasons they did it because they knew that he wasn't going to be in their plans. So what I think is going to happen is he's going to sign with TNA. And he's going to end back on WWE television anyway through TNA and their partnership.
Yeah, you figure he'll land somewhere.
How crazy that would be if he signs with TNA and then he just shows up like Joe Hendry every once in a while.
Yeah, I've never
Bold
seen
prediction.
So many people mad about a cut.
Bold prediction. Our Truth is in the Royal Rumble in January through the TNA partnership.
Yeah.
Rick Carlisle out here coaching his life off because he really wants that chip, bro.
Are you familiar with Ty
It would solidify him a little bit.
Oh, okay. You guys okay.
You're right. Good Lord. OKC is just suffocating on defense.
Top of the Halley.
Yeah,
Siakam.
Man.
Bro, wait till somebody drives into the paint. Wait till somebody, you go to the paint, bro, and 3 people meet you there and everybody's swinging on you.
Jordan rules?
Basically.
Boy, the initial defense on Pascal.
Yo, Vision, that would be funny, but I feel like Truth will do his best to stay as loyal to his friends in WWE as possible. He's just too respected. He's so well respected. And then WWE, wrestlers are so disrespectful. Oh my gosh. Caruso, steal.
Charge?
He definitely charged him out.
That was a collision, bro. I just thought he was in the restricted.
This is off the
Nope.
steal.
Not even close.
Yep. He just got launched into the restricted. That's why I was confused. I'm like, how did he go past the rim and into the baseline if he wasn't already standing there?
Yep. OKC is legitimately
an amazing player, one of the best defenders. But that's
playing freaking Detroit basketball, Bad Boys basketball.
I told you the challenge once the
Vision, not letting them wear gear. I feel like that was a TKO thing because TKO once again doesn't want to hear it. Because man, those chants, we want Truth, are loud. Oh my gosh, bro, come on, Indiana.
Turnovers in the first half. Jalen Williams can't get it. Neesmith.
18 turnovers in the first half. Where are we watching the Phoenix Suns?
Regular season or playoffs.
Pretty much. Toppin thinks he's a shooter now. I'd be like, if you don't get your big ass dunking ass in the paint. Dort for 3, hits it. Wow. Nice pass, gets intercepted though. What are you doing? Dort with the steal, Shea, step back 3, ay. Not even close, hits the backboard, but no rim. That ugly.
Has the advantage down low. Halliburton picks it out. McConnell nails the 3.
There you go, white boy.
You can see they want McConnell to make a shot. Dort would normally sell out to challenge. He closed short on purpose.
That Vision Carlito already won a championship with the next promotion. I have a feeling with Carlito moving on as fast as they did. I think they knew.
Hallie skip past to Neesmith in the corner. Line drive 3 is good, though.
Deep in the corner.
And that's the thing. We know they have this comeback ability.
Yeah, I saw that, Michael, and Shibe. Let's be honest. Shibe.
Oh, word.
Word.
Name?
Shej McConnell. I can't remember her first name.
16 points.
Don't worry, I got it. Megan McConnell. That's easy.
Yeah.
Hard screen set by Neesmith as McConnell kicks it out in the corner.
Pump fake. Euro pass.
Jump shot.
Nice pass from Toppin.
Oh. Okay. He plays for the Mercury?
By him? By the whole team?
Yeah.
What are we talking
Yeah.
And now TJ McConnell is the leading
Well,
scorer
get her
for
on
Indiana.
AZ Family ASAP, bro.
He's
know?
found his replacement milk.
We might
Okay.
be able to get over the Soviet
We
coming
might
in.
have a
Might.
replacement
Maybe.
milk, carton.
Nothing's gonna do that.
I know,
We might have but we might have a way to
And your
to
boy
heal the hurt.
Gabeson Whitlock is just in love, bro. In love.
Of course he is.
Listen, I need to talk to you publicly about Whitlock because you made a comment last time. I didn't get a chance to respond.
with the left-hander?
Okay.
That is difficult when you're trying to slow
And this
things
is your
down.
boy,
Just
Gabeson
body
Whitlock.
control, the
Not my guy, but okay.
Okay. So you said he thought he had a chance with.
I never said that. I was being sarcastic about that.
Okay.
Because that's what everybody else was saying in the comments of his YouTube video.
So to clear your boy's name, Gabeson Whitlock,
Okay.
what he was really doing was insinuating, because like you said, he wanted the older chick, Ramona Shelburne, and they're like, nah, she's not fine enough. She doesn't like draw attention. She doesn't get eyeballs.
Stripped down low. Another steal.
4 seconds. Shea gonna have to put something up. No, gives it to Fudd, and it rolls out. That'd have been huge.
First half of game one comes to
So it wasn't that he when he said specifically, I don't trust myself. I know better than not to trust myself. He's talking to he's probably got some groupies looking for an autograph right now. I feel bad for him. Right, Vision?
Balls. That was best friends in high school.
Honestly, I'm thinking about it, Shane.
Sorry, hold on.
You're good. I'm thinking about it. You know? Because I want to keep doing live content as much as possible until the season. Like, I don't want to have a long lapse in time where we're not doing streams. Just because it's what we do, and I don't want the channel to slow down ever, you know?
All right. Anyway, sorry.
Okay,
You were talking
so-
about Gabeson Whitlock.
Yes. So he wasn't. So he remember he wanted Ramona Shelburne, but they're like, she's not fine. We need a fine chick. And he's like saying like, no, like I don't want that because I want somebody who actually has credibility and knows what they're talking about, not a Doris Burke. I threw that part in, not him.
Yeah, first of all, you're not disrespecting Doris Burke like that.
But he
go on.
said, you know, I know what I'm capable of. And what he means by that is
I know
he's
exactly what he meant
capable
by
of
that.
getting caught up in a thing where he says something he shouldn't say.
Correct, because he does that a lot. He's done that a lot.
And so, no, why even have that distraction in the room? I'm just saying the man lives by a biblical worldview.
No, stop it.
Okay?
But the man, look, I joke because that's what everybody was saying.
Okay, I didn't know if you were being facetious
No.
about
When he was
your
getting
boy,
clowned-
Gabeson Whitlock.
When he got clowned for that video, that's all dudes like that were simping for Joy were saying in the chat was like, oh, talking about how he would get caught up. You don't have a chance, bro. Like, it was just stupid. I was like, that's not.
Yeah.
I was with you. I'm like, that's not what he was saying. Like, if you know the history of Jason Whitlock, you know exactly what he was saying because he said some dumb stuff around women on for instance, Fox News, which is what got
that
him
was
off of the
back
herd.
when he wasn't living by a biblical worldview.
Like when he was on Fox Sports, when he filled in for Colin Cowherd a few years back, he had Christine Leahy on the show, and he was like talking about Kobe Bryant because it was Kobe Bryant's last game, and he had to fill in for Colin Cowherd, and he was like, and he said this line that just made me laugh, and I knew he was in trouble as soon as he said it. He was like, we are celebrating Kobe Bryant. Like he was basically saying like all Bryant did his whole career was mimic Michael Jordan and rip off Michael Jordan. Why are we celebrating him? Yada yada yada. And so his line was, he was like, he goes, all we did was watch the greatest masturbation ever, and we're pretending like it's the greatest love scene in the Oscars. I was like, this dude's never coming back to this show, and this dude is definitely getting fired.
Paul Heyman type shit, bro.
Fired, bro.
That's
He
some
got
Paul
fired for
Heyman
that.
shit.
Yeah, bro. He literally said he was like, we just watched the greatest that ever, and we're pretending like it's the best sex scene in the Oscars or something like that. And I was like, that is hilarious. And he got fired.
Wow.
So yes, when he says, I know what I'm capable of, that's what he meant.
Yeah.
He said that in front of Christine Leahy, and her mouth was like dropped because it was on TV and everything.
Woo! What a line, bro. You know he thought he was cooking with that, bro. He was sitting on that line just waiting to bro, he practiced that line in the mirror like 8 times before he went into work. Well, I guess I'll check out the Discord server if you're going to twist and snap my arm about it, Joker. Yep. Bay, bro. Are we kidding?
We're talking about.
I mean,
yeah, bro.
It's not
Sophie.
Sophie.
It's not Sophie.
You know, Sophie's just got that thing where it's like, you know.
No, Sophie is like just gorge. Like gorge. As you like to say.
You know? But she's
and she was even more gorge when she was sitting on a black woman's back in that picture.
Riding her like a vehicle, bro. What was that?
I mean, it was their idea.
Crazy.
I just caught flack for it because everybody was like, how dare she do that? I was like, guys, you don't, like, she didn't sign up for that.
It should be, Alex, it should be, the WrestleMania stream should be in the members only section. If not, I can send you a link. Yeah, Izzo, that I definitely think that was definitely a wild take by Whitlock to act like, you know, like Kobe wasn't great, and there was I don't think there was any reason at that point in Kobe's career not to just be appreciative of him. And I'm the biggest Jordan sycophant you'll ever meet. But like feels kind of like a Skip Bayless never missing any opportunity to shit on LeBron.
LeBron, bro. Dude.
You know, like it's like, dude, you don't need to take this opportunity to shit on Kobe.
Turn.
It's my turn. We need to get like that someday. We need to get that mad about shit someday. It's my turn.
You lost the game.
You lost.
You can get mad, scared, throw your head, throw a fit, do whatever you got to do. You lost the game.
You lost the game. It's my turn. It's like Skip really thinks that someone out there is keeping score of who's winning arguments. No one cares, bro. You don't got to win an argument. You don't get W's and L's officially recorded for that shit. Mug needs a Discord link. What do you want, little baby? You want to get white hairs all over me?
Might just sent me a meme that says, talking about the beef between your boys. And it says, this is like Drake and Kendrick, except they're both Drake.
Bro, I saw one that was like a picture of Trump, and the quote under it was, "That Epstein angle's that shit I expected." Mug, if you can find me on Discord or find me on Twitter and DM me, I'll send you the link that way. Of the 33 people watching, Voldemort is likely watching and
I'm pretty sure he is not there.
Angrily beating his meat, you know?
You can see participants now. Did you know that? They changed it like it's Twitch.
Really? That's interesting.
And you can see reactions and timestamps now.
Wow.
Our participants in the chat right now. So it doesn't show lurkers, which they need to fix that. But I'm sure that's just going to overload everything. But like in Twitch, you can see who's actually watching. If you go to if you click those 3 little dots above the chat, just participants. So our only participants right now are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people out of the 35 watching. But when they give us a watch list, that boy's cooked.
I don't know where Blop Blop Dorgy went. You know?
I have not tried watching that yet, Alex. Envision I'm eating loaded nachos.
Loaded nachos from where? Who loaded them? What are they loaded with?
Man, it's just Taco Bell, bro. It's nothing special.
Oh, Taco Bell. Okay, say no more.
It's really just beef, avocado, and cheese. Like they really went hard. You know what I'm saying?
You guys got Sam's Club card membership?
No.
No, bro. For anybody out there that can get into a swanky place like Sam's Club,
wanky,
they have the best chicken enchiladas on the planet. I don't know what kind of Mexicans they got up in there running the joint, but they sell this tray of chicken enchiladas. And bro, no restaurant fucks with these enchiladas. None. God forbid you make some Mexican rice and lay down a bed of rice first and then put the enchiladas on that. Then it's just, you might as well just kill yourself, okay? Because your life ain't going to get no better. Bro. It's like, it's the type of food where you're eating it, you're just like, after every meal, every bite, you're like, damn, these are good. You know, like unnecessarily. But yeah, so I've just been telling people, like, go to your local Sam's and see if they have the enchiladas, man.
Is it like in a box or is it like
it's an aluminum tray with a plastic topper? You know? And it's all ready. You just throw it in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes. Add some sour cream to your desiring.
Do that because Mr. Sundo really likes some enchiladas, but she always eats these freaking Stouffer or whatever the crap enchiladas really.
No, bro, no. And I would eat the enchiladas from Stouffer's. Don't get me wrong, but these are so much better, and it's fresh. It's not frozen.
I'm gonna tell her about these. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe we need to drive up to the old Sam's Club, even though we don't have a membership.
Just show up scratching. Y'all got any of them enchiladas?
Does Texas have Qdoba? I'm pretty sure they do.
It's not prevalent. It's not
like Chipotle though.
Yeah, we had one. I remember we had one in Omaha, a couple in Omaha, but I don't feel like I really see them here.
I know it doesn't look like it, but after watching our video, I noticed that my mustache into the goatee area was just like freaking so puffy and like Steve Harvey looking. I was like, I need to trim this. I need to trim this down, bro. I did, bro. It is so itchy now, bro.
When you said Steve Harvey, I'm like,
like, dude.
You ever see that Meat Canyon cartoonist?
No.
They have this Meat Canyon like Steve Harvey cartoon. It's horrifying, but like that's the image I got of his mustache was. Oh. So did you trim it up?
Yeah, I trimmed it down just a little bit.
Yeah.
And man, it's just so itchy, bro. That's why I hate shaving my beard, because like it doesn't even if I trim it down just a little bit, like I did, it's like it
starts to itch.
Yeah, even when I trim it down, it's itchy right now, dude.
It's
growing back. It's like, what? You cut me overtime. I'm growing.
Ugh. That's weird. I mean, you got super curly facial hair, so I mean, does it feel like it's just like coming back at you and poking you, or?
Now we got the conspiracy theorists in my post on Facebook about them beefing. All I said was Trump and Musk beefing, LOL. And some dude's like, it's a conspiracy theory so they can get the Tesla loyalists back so they can be happy so we can make more money. I'm like, shut up.
Jesus.
Just let me enjoy the beef while it's happening. Gosh, it's not that
like
deep right
Trump
now.
is not always playing 8-dimensional hungry hippos, okay? Like it's not always that deep.
Like,
You have the richest man in the world and the most powerful man in the world disagreeing on something. There's gonna be, but I'm with Elon on it, bro. This big beautiful bill sucks. It
what
sucks.
is it? I don't even know. The big beautiful bill. Don't even say that because it's not a political podcast. I'll just.
Well, hell yeah, I played Oregon Trail. Oregon Trail was like so elite because it was the only time you got to play a video game in school. Remember Oregon Trail? Did they have you playing Oregon Trail?
Oh my gosh, we were talking about the Oregon Trail. Me and Miss Sundo were talking about that the other day in a stream. Dude, I hated Oregon Trail, bro, because like...
Not when you were at school, you didn't.
No, I mean, when you're at school, true. But man, like... Dude... You would always just like I remember I never wanted to hunt, right? I'd always like want to gather and like fish and do the right thing, be smart about it. Because every time I go hunting, there'd be a hunting accident. My wife would die or my grandma would die or something crazy like that in the game every time. And I could never make it there. Like
few
with everybody in one piece, bro.
You could.
You know what I mean?
I don't do well with horror games vision.
I understand that the Oregon Trail was crazy. Wait a minute. What if they had an Oregon Trail game, but it was a horror game?
I just don't remember much of Oregon Trail, like what it even looked like. I just remember the messages.
It was a simulator game where it was just a simulator. Yeah, it was just a simulator game where you travel from one spot and you go through Missouri and go through the thing to get to the West Coast, the Oregon, like everybody was traveling west did. Like, what if they actually redid it, made it a first-person horror game with a spin on it? That would be dope.
Yeah. Or make like
Red Dead Redemption.
Just take the idea and use
just
today's...
make a Red Dead Redemption Oregon Trail mod.
That would be crazy. That would be perfect. Oh, shit, they're back. By the way, really getting into 7 Days to Die. Getting good. Enjoying it. It's not bad.
We'll tell you to play Daisy, but I haven't played Daisy in a minute.
Yeah. What a jelly lay!
Oh, my gosh.
Good pass out, Turner.
Yakum, please do something good, bro.
So smart.
Stop being a pansy, all right?
Deep three. Does he?
You won a championship with the Raptors, right?
Yeah.
Right, he got that championship DNA, bro.
Who makes the first timeout? Who's going to be the first
Blop
team to
Blop
punch
scared to
first?
play 7 days, even though he says he knows how to play it. Says he's good at it. Hasn't joined our
Doris looking like a
world.
snap. All right, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Relax on the Doris burp, okay? There's only one person here. that gets
Definitely
the
not a
Doris burp,
snack.
and it's me.
Turner through Dort.
There's Kaysen Wallace. Started a bunch in the regular
Kaysen, nice little half spin move. Doesn't get anywhere with it. Kicks it to Chet. Chet loses it going left to the rim. Siakam.
Your job, Siakam. You selfish little.
Siakam, throw it to Neesmith.
No, you mean Gabe will run ish and Overwatch? I mean, it's unpopulated now, so maybe we will actually be good. You know what I mean? So it's possible.
I'm back up. I'm back up to plat 2 in Rivals after the patches.
Okay. I need to play that with you, bro. Like, remind me to start really trying to play it on PC. If I have to force myself to use a controller, just
Do you
for the
miss
time
it?
being, I will.
At all? Nah, just
Do I miss it?
play, because it is fun, bro. It's got this addictive quality where, like, it's so intense in the moment, you know? It's hard to
I
replicate
missed it.
that.
No.
No?
I mean, I do in a way. It'll be fun to play again.
Some of them haven't gone in. Stay with the process.
I miss playing Reinhardt and Moira. I'm not going to lie.
Just be by the power of Vagamoto.
You know? He's
He's
mid now. He's not. They
Yeah, I don't even
nerfed
know
the
what
shite
to do.
out of him,
I
bro.
mean, they didn't need to do all that, but hey.
Well,
We got Thick Bay Emma Frost there now.
bro, I didn't realize that it was January. I forgot it was January Jones that played her in the movie. January Jones is 1 of 1.
Oh, yeah?
1 of 1, bro. So that changed my whole like line of thinking about Emma Frost.
Alexander, that's his spot. Mid-range maestro, lead back up to 13.
I love the effort that
Give
Wallace
me, as I
plays,
have to
but
Google
ultimately,
January
Siakam
Jones.
looked over one shoulder and saw
1 of
Chet
1.
Holmgren there, so he knew he could go there. So he worked middle, battles up there, and is only able to.
Definitely looks like Emma Frost.
That's great
Yeah.
team defense. Starts with the individual.
But she's not thick. She's very like slim fit. Nice pass, Nemhard. I'm Nemhard after that pass, but Siakam blew it.
Boy, those are the shots you got to make, Mike. This has been the best shooting
Kevin Durant for
team
TJ
in the
McConnell, I'd take that deal.
Can't get to the ball.
Right?
What a pass. Now, that was beautiful. Good run of the floor, Siakam, making up for that missed shot.
And assists during the playoffs.
I do have an idea for a video after
Ooh, good.
tonight,
Well,
after this game, if you're interested. But it does take a little bit of trade. We need to make some trades work on Fanspo.
to be honest with you, I got to wake up.
Okay.
So if you got it, you got it for this
Okay.
one.
What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's
Tomorrow's Friday, but I'm
Friday.
going to be busy this weekend because
okay.
I got to go play some country music.
Little Sundo Arias Rucker.
Yeah, but I'm playing the drums, so I have nothing to do with that, but it'll be a lot of fun.
What a
Call me
ooh.
the fireman. Yes, I am.
Fireman
Little George
Sundo.
Strait,
Williams harassing Siakam.
playing a little Brooks and Dunn.
Ultron just came out,
I saw that.
and Ultron is fun to play. I'm not good at him, but he is fun to play.
What is he, a healer?
He's a healer.
Really?
I thought he would have been DPS, no question, but he's a healer. But he's a healer that DPS players like to play because he's so DPS-y, you know.
Yes, that's an offensive
Like
foul,
he's
but
like,
watch this.
is he like Moira?
He is underrated.
No, he's kind of like
I'm not talking
Iron
about
Man. He
kit-wise.
moves like Iron Man.
I'm not talking about kit-wise. I'm talking about, you know how Moya was that healer that if you were a DPS or you wanted to use?
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that's what I meant. So, like, not as far as, like, mechanically sound, because
yeah.
really,
He's the one that you're gonna be.
Scarlet Witch is Moira.
You're gonna be a. You remember how people used to get mad at cloaks for damaging more than healing? It's like that.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but cloaks. Who gets what cloaks were damaging more than healing? Because that's ridiculous.
I feel like the bad ones would.
Bad
You
ones.
know. Whoa!
That
Siakam
was
caught
nice.
and popped that up. That was
cannot
pretty.
play the harmonica. I do not.
Harmonica
within
Sundo
10.
would go
Come on,
crazy.
Indiana.
What a pass from
Wow.
Shea.
So Kaysen beat him
Man.
easily when they emptied the side.
Right, Halliburton.
And that time in transition, attacking Halliburton both times.
Halliburton gonna get a pick. Takes it. Turner. Pump fake driving.
Oh, good
Easy
pump.
foul and one.
He did
No
not.
travel.
He did not. I mean, let's take another replay look, but I didn't think he did. He did.
He did. He
Picked up his
did.
pivot.
Easy call. That might be the easiest.
Wow. And I bet you Turner doesn't even realize he did it because it was
No, you
it
don't.
was so
His
little.
Yeah, the momentum there, but yeah, he did. He
Presented by
did.
YouTube TV. Brought to you by Popeyes.
He'll see that on the instant replay and be like,
Huh.
"Damn
Brought to
it."
you by Popeyes, huh?
Reminds me, bro. It just makes me think of that RDC World skit of when they're scouting locations for a Popeyes. Please tell me you've seen that one,
I think I have. I just don't remember.
bro. It is worth watching. Go ahead and take your time with this one. Okay. Yeah.
Popeye scouting. How Popeyes be choosing the restaurant locations.
There it is.
I've seen this one. I need to remember. A dice game at any moment.
A dice game any moment.
So no, we're at the cops, man.
I didn't see that Vision. Marvel fighting game. What's it called?
Thunder Nation, give it up tonight for your Thunder's Brothers.
It was me. This Popeyes.
Are they with you?
I love it. I love it. Gosh, bro. It's so true, bro. But here's the deal. Did I tell you about? I did tell you all about Quartz's first experience at Popeyes when I took her to Popeyes after hyping it up, and I was so upset. So upset because the Popeyes that I normally go to was in the South, okay, of St. Louis County. If you're from St. Louis, you know that South County is definitely where how do I word this? It may be South County and it may be the South, but there's not a lot of black people down there. Let me just put it that way. It's like South County, South St. Louis County is definitely mostly Caucasian.
Okay.
So anyway, so that they put a Popeyes in that location, and bro, I'm talking perfect. Your food would get there on time. Like food was fresh, all that stuff.
Those biscuits weren't rock hard.
Biscuits weren't rock hard. It was perfect, and you know their employee choice was a little bit better, if you know what I mean.
I don't want to know.
Anyway,
Drewski in the house.
So COVID comes through, right? And they start to lose some employees. They start hiring some more of the employees, and then all of a sudden, now that Popeyes is a little bit more Popeye-y. You know what I'm saying? It's a little more Popeye-ish. You get the authentic Popeye experience when you go there now. Anyway.
And you didn't know this going in.
I didn't know this going in when I took Mrs. Sundo there because I was just pumped. I was like, we're going to Popeyes.
So you were like, listen. You were like, here's what you said to her. You said, listen, I'm so excited to go to this Popeyes because you're going to get to taste like really good the correct version of that with all the good spices, and it's run by white people, so it's which is a rare treat in the Popeyes community. This doesn't happen often.
All the words right out of my mouth. It's like verbatim, like how it went, and we got there, bro. It was not that. Nimhard getting killed. Opping for 3.
Oh my God, bro. Guess that's why you just keep firing no matter what. He's had big confidence shooting.
Needless to say, Mrs. Sundo's not going back to Popeye's Wild Door.
She's got to give it another chance.
I told her that, bro, but like, it's going to be tough.
Just bring it home someday. Just bring it home. And if it doesn't look like it's going to pass, don't bring it in.
Gabe, it was bad, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, it was bad because I was even a little bit upset, but I kept laughing because I was like, she's getting the real Popeyes experience, and she shouldn't be getting the real Popeyes experience. It's a foul.
That sucks, though. That sucks. It's like that for any restaurant, though. Like a place that normally is always perfect, and you take somebody there, and it's like, yeah, it just wasn't that good this time. Or like, that sucks, man. This place is normally so good.
Mo Ron says, bro, y'all two are comedians. We try. But nah, bro, like it really hurt. That was the day that it really hurt. It hurt so bad because I was so pumped. I was like, she's been eating Chick-fil-A, that's her thing. And now let me give her the real chicken spot, and they let me down, Gabe.
Oh, I hope he's okay. All right, he's up. J-Dub out to Caruso. Back to J-Dub. Pump fake. Oh, my God.
Good defense.
And got killed. Nemhard. Nice dribble.
Nemhard, you're not that guy, so stop.
Out to Hallie. He thinks he is Steph Curry lately, bro. Take a step in, Halliburton, with your weird-ass release. So somebody in here was saying, okay, so it was Knightley was saying Chick-fil-A is better, no debate. Chick-fil-A does things better.
Listen to me. I can't disagree. No,
but the sandwich belongs to Popeyes. The sandwich debate is Popeyes. But I want Chick-fil-A sauce and my Texas Pete's hot sauce that I get at Chick-fil-A to put on the Popeyes sandwich. When the sandwich is fresh and hot and correct, Popeyes wins the sandwich. You don't think? It's crispier. It's crunchier. It snaps when you bite into it.
I agree.
And it's still juicy.
But you're right about Chick-fil-A as far as like doing things better, and the rest of the menu might be
the better. Waffle fries?
Waffle fries hit. Lemonade hit.
But that's like being Kobe. No. That's like being Kobe. The waffle fries are Kobe. And then going up against Jordan, which is Popeye's fries. Okay? Or McDonald's fries. Popeye's just happens to have better fries when they are fresh and hot. And like they're supposed to be. Right?
Ooh, wow, what an and one by freaking Shea.
That fell?
Bro.
I thought it fell out.
Man, I think this is closer than we think here.
And then something that...
I'm not sure. I don't think that this is a foul.
then something that Chick-fil-A doesn't even do is a biscuit. So that's neutral or a win because you at least have a biscuit involved in it. You know.
Yeah, see, here's the deal.
I don't like it because I really do like Chick-fil-A, but it's like I have to be honest when people say that Cane's is kind of bland. It's like, yeah, but maybe the sauce is what makes the blandness okay because the sauce hides all the blandness.
Correct about Cane's.
You know?
Yeah, Cane's is like. You're right. It's all about the sauce for Cane's.
Chick-fil-A has
all about the sauce there too.
Yeah, but Vision, they don't give you a biscuit. They also don't do bone-in chicken.
You can't go get shrimp in a biscuit like you can at Popeyes. That's
Yeah.
why I like Popeyes. I'm with Gabe on this one, but Chick-fil-A definitely does do a lot of things better as far as like service, getting there.
Bro, if Chick-fil-A started offering like a 3-piece, that would go imagine getting like a 3-piece with a biscuit and waffle fries. Woo!
Yeah, that'd be dope. CB says, "What's up, guys? Do I dare crown OKC? Maybe. They're playing way more physical, so it's looking not so good for Indiana right now. No one likes KFC anymore. I mean, bro, KFC.
I just haven't had it for so long. I don't even know how to grade it.
Yeah, bro. And the last time I had KFC, which was on the live stream, my experience was not good.
That's funny. I remember that.
You remember that, bro? I was so mad just eating freaking rubber chicken, just like
damn.
And then KFC just, they started, doing things there where they try to start competing, started getting fries and try to compete with McDonald's, and they got their own chicken sandwich and they just kind of left their lane a little bit.
That's what it is, Alex. Imagine Popeyes with the Chick-fil-A staff.
Bro, that's what I'm telling you, bro. And that's what, listen to me. And that's what my spot was like. That's what I'm saying. It was like Chick-fil-A staff working at a Popeye, so everything was perfect. And you know what? The line may have been long, but it was worth it in the drive-thru every time. Because you knew that was going to be fresh. And guess what? They ruined it.
So what you're saying is that diversity is not our strength.
Oh, no. What I'm
saying
no. But it's the opposite direction, bro. But the opposite way.
So you need reverse DEI hires.
Reverse DEI hires.
Got it.
Get a little bit more of them in the store so they say, hey, maybe you shouldn't leave this shrimp that's been in there for 10 plus minutes and put it in the bag, okay? Maybe we should make this fresh, okay? Okay, Jamal, make this fresh, please. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, please. Gabe is dead, bro.
I'm just fighting all kinds of urges to say things. It's like, nope.
You cannot.
On none of this.
You cannot, sir. You cannot, sir. All right, you're a little too close to that side of you're a little
that side of the street.
You're a little bit too #000FF, if you know what I'm saying. You're a little too close to that side of the color wheel. Okay.
I'm a little too close to the Adam Silver shade.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, you look like you could be his brother for real.
Oh, I would bully him into giving me at least $1 million. He seems bullyable.
in the history of the NBA.
Baja Blast, anti-fresh. I got a Baja Blast Zero right here. Love it.
Somebody the other day was
the nacho fries do slap from Taco Bell, but again, you got to make sure that they're fresh.
somebody the other day was telling me that Baja Blast Zero is good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yes, Baja Blast Zero is really good.
Reminds me of the Golden State Warriors when they went on to win their first championship and then have 73 the next.
Sundo shows up back up to do a live stream and goes on a halftime rant about fried chicken. Yes, flop. That's exactly what happened, bro. Ooh, put back Hartenstein.
You know he's black, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the weirdest?
He's like the new Birdman.
Way less flashy, though.
Well, yeah, it's true because he's not allowed. He can't do that.
No more. Man. Stay healthy, Thomas Bryant.
Jay. Pocket pass to Hartenstein. Hartenstein to the corner. Caruso misses. Siakam rebound. EJ McConnell, everybody's favorite white boy, bringing the ball up the court. Hands off. Nope, keeps it.
You know, maybe we want the Pacers to win.
Halliburton.
Because
Siakam for three.
We want OKC to feel in a position to need KD. Because, bro, they have all the assets in the world. Caruso, 2 misses.
I mean, that would be cool if they just decided to go on a nostalgia trip and get him back.
They wouldn't, but they could. They could trade us 5 first-round picks and not even notice that any picks were gone.
That's actually that. You know, the funny part is that's so true.
Like they'd be like,
so
"We
true.
lost picks, only 5. We'll be fine. Give them 8 for all we care. We need a scorer.
I'll take 2 or 3. Okay.
Exactly, and we would settle for 2. Okay.
And it wouldn't even put a dent
Yeah,
in the
I don't think anyone else is
treasury,
giving
bro.
us 2. I mean, getting 2 is going to be tough, man.
But that's a great point. Like, 2 doesn't even put a dent in their treasury.
No.
Mike, you're right. Thomas Bryant held him first, and then Lou.
Like, they definitely got the Bill Clinton era of the U.S. Treasury.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Had it knocked away. Hartenstein thought he got that clean.
Like, we are in a positive deficit. We don't need nothing.
We've got a surplus.
As you can hear from the crowd, they obviously feel it wasn't a foul. Well, that's the end of it, and it looked like it was clean from the end. And Mark Daigneault will challenge it. First challenge of the
Yeah, that's
night.
got to be Pacers ball, I think. I don't know.
No, I think they're challenging the foul.
It
I don't
looked
know,
like
he was talking about fried chicken.
It looked like
and
he
food, you
stripped
know what's
him.
going on right now.
Wow.
Timeout, Oklahoma City. Coaches challenge. The challenge is a foul call on the floor.
Yeah, Katie was going to make dinner, but she's slorping.
I know, Justice. I know, but what we're saying is we hope that maybe we. You know what? They need to do what we did. We needed them to go up 2-0 and then lose 0-4 straight, and then make them feel the need to have that player on the team, and then we can get away with it. That's what we need.
That looks like a clean strip. Maybe
He got his hand. He got his hand. Look right here. That's arm right there, bro.
Yeah,
He grabbed it.
yeah,
He definitely grabbed his
wrist,
arm.
for sure. That's a foul. Anybody want to explain why this referee hasn't shaved his head clean yet?
Which one? This one right here?
Mm-hmm.
It looks shiny to me. Maybe
Yeah,
it's just a bad
but
camera.
they were showing a top down, and like he's got like that cul-de-sac shit where like the whole the wrap around.
Right on the wrist. It's a simple
Yeah,
ball.
that's a
Now,
foul.
he does sweep through and get the ball. That's when the ball comes out. But there's that Hawkeye catching all of it. And I like
If
that
SGA
Mathurin
poops the
told them
lead
to review
to
it.
bed and
Mathurin
J-Dub
was
doesn't
kinda
step up,
looking at
KD
him,
is.
telling him to review
I'm
it.
just saying, bro.
They
Like,
just lost their challenge and they don't have it for the rest of the game.
that's what we're hoping for. You know, that's the best outcome for us. That we can maybe convince them. Come get KD. He'll be your closer. Is that a tattoo of Jesus on his arm? Or is that a Greek god? I can't
didn't see
tell.
it.
On Hartenstein's arm.
Oh, on Hartenstein. Let's see.
Las Vegas, in San
So
Francisco.
that graphic brings up a question for me. How sturdy are these wigs strapped down on these WNBA players' heads when they're playing basketball? How do they strap down wigs good enough?
I don't know, but why are they doing that?
But
they don't need good looks, Gabe. Remember, they don't need good looks.
They're not here to be objectified.
We're here to play basketball, okay?
They're
And
not
have
here
Brittany
for your
Griner
male
with no
gaze.
Okay?
Stop sexualizing Angel Reese.
No one's doing that, for being honest.
She's sexualizing
Wow,
herself
Isaiah
on Instagram, according to a bigot like you. McConnell to the rack.
That's all I'm saying. Nobody's doing that. We
Bryant.
watch clean basketball. Ooh, what a shot.
I just always wonder, like, what would it be like to be, because when I'm playing basketball, like most people, like, I'm pouring sweat, bro. Pouring sweat. What would it be like to be pouring sweat with a wig on?
I don't know. This is going to sound really bad. I don't watch a lot of the WNBA to know. Do women really be pouring sweat?
I see. Well, I don't know. Maybe they don't. I don't know. They would have to.
I don't know. That's a legit
bro.
question.
I don't know. That's how little I watch WNBA. I don't even know what their sweat levels are.
Someone needs to tell me. I'll Google it.
Do women sweat in basketball to the same degree?
Serious.
Matherin did a good job staying vertical. Calls from McConnell.
Studies show that men sweat 4 times as much as women, so there's your answer.
Okay.
Oh, quick Google. So
Siakam, corner 3, 6-point game, baby.
So here's your answer. I mean, maybe that's answer your question. Maybe that's how they're able to.
I've always
You're
wondered
right.
that.
You wore wigs, bro. Like,
bro,
we wore headbands and that stuff as a super soaker by the first quarter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
what a slap in the face, bro. If you're Indiana.
And we head to the fourth, a 9-point lead for the Thunder.
4 times as much.
Indiana found a little
Yeah.
something here in the third.
Oh, hear this.
Hear ye.
So the studies show it's not because like we sweat more. It's because
We work harder, but
no. Apparently, the female bodies evaporate more efficiently than men do. That's why men sweat a lot. Women's like I don't know how to explain it. I just looked at it. So
evaporation.
Yeah, we don't evaporate our sweat. Our sweat's just like rolling down. Bro.
Yeah.
Ugh. There's nothing worse, dude. I can't stand when I'm playing music and I'm singing and then just my bald head, especially when it's a fresh bald head, just sweating. It's in my eyes and it's the worst feeling in the world. I hate it so much.
So I play ball 2 times a week and sweat profusely. And whatever shirt I'm wearing that day, you know, I'm just constantly, like, while I'm playing, I have to pull my shirt up and do this. Just over and over and over and over. And, like, I want to wear a headband, but I don't want to look like a D-bag who's like...
because she sweated more efficiently than you did. You learn something new every day. Welcome to the Suns Valley Education.
Did you know that
podcast.
I think that Koreans don't have any scent to their smell at all? Like, they don't smell at all. If they have a gene or are missing a gene that has smell in their sweat.
I don't know if that's true or not, but
promise it's
crazy.
true. I promise it's true. It's I learned about that through Bad Friends. Bobby Lee and them were talking about it. You know? It's like a... I don't know. It's a... what's that thing called? Not an aberration, but... not an anomaly. Mutation. It's like a mutation.
Have slavery.
That was hilarious, Justice. I know exactly what clip you're talking about.
Or that. So ridiculous, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that podcast is so like Andrew
Santino.
I'm Bobby Mutta. Like, bro, that's so bad, dude.
I'm Bobby Mum.
I'm Bobby Mum. I'm Bobby Mutta.
Yeah, Michael, they're built different, you know? What up,
they
Mo
are built
Dizzle?
Right, this future says Lego. OKC looks like they're about to take it, but we'll see. There's one more quarter left.
Plenty of time.
Maybe Indiana can put together a streak.
Indiana did win that quarter. Guys, we got 50 watching. Hit the like, please.
Oh, Dizzle, we have a video about exactly what we think about our new coach.
Yeah. Check it out, man.
Okay.
But in short, we're just trying not to be pessimistic because we don't have any proof.
That you made, bro, is so good. The
What?
thumbnail you made for that's so good. The alignment with the word alignment with Ryan Dunn pointing at him, bro.
And the
oh my god.
and the green, it's Michigan State green, the word.
But you couldn't get it in the font either.
Yeah, that would be funny. I could have. I just didn't want to. I didn't have time. I was setting it up all quick.
I mean, just make it tough for them. We've been doing that all year, and we got to do it tonight.
Yes, I heard about John Redcorn too, man. That's crazy. How old was he?
Alex Caruso with a shot in the head. A good aggressive move to the basket.
But like, we have no proof that
Picks up the foul.
Jordan Ott wasn't the right coach. And the most important thing is that's what Booker wanted. And that's all I really cared about in the end is I wanted Booker to get the coach that he felt comfortable with. So he must have talked to Jordan Ott, and they hit it off as far as offensive philosophy. I like that. That's good. That's legit good. You know? Yeah, 59, too young.
Their confidence and their belief has grown in the playoffs with all these.
As I get older, I used to think, hey man, 59 is old. But now as I'm getting old, when I was younger, 59 old
seemed like ancient, bro. It seemed ancient.
After the slow start in the regular season. But they still trail by 11.
McConnell to Matherin, back to McConnell.
And Shepard.
Pick and roll with Bryant. Look at the defense, the swarming. Like, he goes to the paint, and he's doubled. What a concept. J-Dub. Little tween dribble. Bink, bink. Screen from Hartenstein.
Williams finds some room, gets inside.
Can Hartenstein use the word?
Wow, what patience.
Yeah, that was a great take. Great navigation of the pick and roll.
Can Sundo play the banjo? No.
How much different is it from a guitar?
Pretty different.
Yeah?
Tuning's different. The way you pick it's different.
Look at this. Not pressured. We talked about Indiana being
It's easier if you're white trash.
No.
Thought that's where you were going with it.
Just picked up his third foul. Matherin gets it, goes underneath.
Oh.
Wow, okay.
Call for the foul. That's going to be 3 on Jalen Williams.
Zambuki, I didn't see Stephen A. Smith's outfit. I'll pay attention to
Basketball says
that.
what age becomes the no longer too young age?
I think, you just go by the... You go by the...
What's the average age of
average
retirement?
age. No. The living expectancy. The life expectancy age.
67.
It's got to be older than 67. I think it's like
For men?
78 or something like that.
Men? 67.
No, it ain't.
I'm pretty sure the average life expectancy of men is less than women, for sure.
Somebody look it up. Suns are so bad, we're looking up how long we have to live.
75.6 years, so you might be right. 75.
Yeah, I think anything under 75, I'm gonna be like, no, too soon. Too soon.
Caruso gets a pick. Ends off. J. Will drives. J. Will pump fake. J. Will to Hartenstein. Hartenstein top of the key. Backdoor pass.
Oink.
Foul by T.J. McConnell.
Nice backdoor cut. Wiggins got fouled on the pass from Hartenstein.
That's crazy. Not wrong, but that's crazy.
Officials.
Too real justice.
passing lane, and it's just a little.
You need to start being more of a simp, Justice. Women can do no wrong. And you better be believing all women.
Wiggins, another one of those
Okay.
players, an occasional starter. Important role the last 4 years with this team. Second round.
Women can't be wrong. Did you know that?
He's one of those whatever you need.
And if you say they are wrong,
And once
guess what
you
that
start
makes
to
you?
Establish that culture as a franchise. Players that are trying, whether it's in the G League.
Spoiler alert.
Give 100% effort. The Oklahoma City Thunder will give
You
an
hate
opportunity.
women.
They will give you an opportunity to show what you have, and that's what a lot of players just ask for.
That really is the only response that's appropriate for what I'm saying. Matt threw into the rack. Good. Elmer Fudd couldn't stop it.
It's like Indiana can match OKC's firepower. It's just whatever happened in the first. Oh.
That's exactly what they were doing to the T-Wolves. Exactly what they were doing to the T-Wolves.
But it's just like they can't. Whatever happened in the first quarter, first 2 quarters.
But bro,
they just
that's
can't
what
make up.
Indiana was doing to New York. It was like they were fast breaking everything. Even if it's like a made shot, they're just launching it up the court and going for layups.
Change of possession. Change of possession. What's a change of possession?
Because of the change in possession.
McConnell driving in the lane. That right there, once you put both hands on the ball, then it's stolen away. So that's the possession.
As soon as Wiggins touched it, the clock shot should have been reset. Now 22 on the 24.
Connell. Siakam.
How I was gonna say, bro. Whoa. Wow. I'd hate to be a ref in that situation. I couldn't tell who the ball went off of.
OKC is just legitimately has too deep of a roster and they're too physical. Like, if this continues, it's not going to be good for Indiana. This might be I want to get the brooms out if this continues. They got to figure out a way to stop their aggressiveness.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, they got to figure that out.
Largest lead of the game. Timeout, Indiana.
They're just beside themselves, bro. They don't know what
they're
to
just
do.
beating them up, dude. It's not.
When they're switching, that has to happen. It's always.
And they said it's the biggest lead, bro. How much is it? Because it feels like it's 30.
That means it's closing speed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a live ball turnover. And here comes the
Zambuki.
Like 94 to 79. So like,
I was thinking about that too, Zambuki.
The NBA Finals.
I wasn't thinking about if his jumper was like better looking necessarily, because it is ugly. But if he could just speed up his jumper takes too long. And I see he has opportunities to pull, but not the way he pulls. He can't pull. Any normal shooter would be able to get a shot off cleanly without too much of a contest, but he has to do this whole weird setting up of his feet and like telegraph what he's about to do before he can shoot. Like, he has to be open. Lonzo made his jumper pretty, which I thought was not going to happen in his career. It used to be really bad, but now it looks really normal. Hallie's is ugly. Hallie's just works, though, so why change it? You know? He can at least get his off quick. Pause. And LMAO. YYC says OKC 14 steals, Pacers 1. That's a crazy stat. It is. It feels like they're at a 14-1 deficit in steals. Yeah, you're right, Zambuki. You see a lot of like kids, small kids. Maybe he was a really small kid and he developed that jumper and just never changed it. Because there is that prevailing wisdom in basketball that it doesn't matter what your jumper looks like as long as you do it the same way every time and you build muscle memory. It's like, yes and no. That is very important, but I don't think you should lock in your shot until you have it correct. And I think people skip that step because you can absolutely change the way you shoot. Like I said, look at Lonzo Ball. You know, you can change the way you is it easy? No, but you can change the way you throw a football. Go back and look at Aaron Rodgers' release in college at Cal.
What I understood,
it was different.
The rumor is his coach made him throw like that versus him actually wanting to throw like that.
That's insane.
Remember, he used to hold the ball way up here.
Mm-hmm. That's believable. That's actually very believable, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, like Sean Marion. It can happen. It can happen. It's weird. Sometimes it happens. Sean Marion's a good example of like a Halliburton shot, only way uglier. YYC, I think Bridges didn't have to change his, but I think it really helped him when he got the hitch out of his shot. Because it's a speed thing. If your jumper is faster, then that means that the person trying to jump at you to block you has less time to get there. If they don't get there in time, you feel more comfortable because you're not being rushed. And all those things play in on each other.
Over the course of a series, you learn how aggressive you have to be.
Need to check something.
You don't get to tiptoe against these guys. Look how aggressive. He is not stopping. He's ripping that ball through.
Was that an and one? Nice, Nemhard.
With any sort of carelessness. But look how physical he aggressive he was getting into that paint.
And that's 4 fouls on Caruso. Nemhard showed his wear in the playoffs last year, was spectacular. He's had some big games again. He's got such poise under the playoff pressure.
Pick and roll.
Williams.
J-Dub to Case and Wallace in the corner. No good. Nemhard. Oh, you better dive. I like that. Couldn't get to it, but.
Myself, because they're going to get me in trouble, bro.
Who?
This freaking company that I did my leave from work from.
That's a really good spot.
He knows what he needs to do there.
They are killing me right now, bro.
Caruso, nice in and out dribble. Has to bump. And one!
Wow.
Bro, he did everything right. The in and out, the driving into the middle of the lane so that he had somewhere to go, the bump, and he got sent flying, but he still finished. Look at this. Ain't no way.
So smart, subtle enough that the official doesn't think anything of it, and the finish. Welcome to the.
Shut up, Doris.
That's the proper tonight. That's what it is.
He didn't.
Free throw, Alex. Come on,
he.
after we're hyping you up.
Shut up, Doris.
He's mad at himself. Caruso, 11
it's not a foul bait. That's called you're the smaller player and you have to use your body legally to get in position to score versus a way bigger, higher jumping, lengthier defender. Topping for three, slapping. Wow.
Pressure back up. Look.
Go Obi.
It's relentless pressure. If you have 3-4 minutes, all of a sudden they go on 8.
What up, DC? I know, man. 8 coaches in 11 years is super wild. NGL, NGL, NGL. J-Dub, no good. Nemhard.
Gets away,
going to the Riznak. No call.
And Caruso comes up with a loose ball.
Okay. Hartenstein to J-Dub. A little behind the back. Kicks it to Hart. Floater from the baseline is an ball.
Pacers have been an excellent road team in these playoffs.
Hallie to Miles Turner in the corner. My God, what a shot. What a big boy shot. Down 8,
This
Sundo.
is the team that has been the best shooting team in the playoffs, and they've just played through adversity, played through the turnovers in the first.
This is such good basketball, bro. Like on a just basketball level, I'm actually really enjoying this. This shit, it feels like people are doing what I want them to do, at least defensively.
I wish we could watch basketball like this.
Oh, could you imagine?
We
I don't
used to
think we,
watch similar
well,
brand.
yeah. Did you see that the
We used to watch similar
Lakers
brand.
are going after CP3?
He retired.
No, I don't think he retired. Not yet. They can't be really going after CP3, but they can because he's good friends with your boy, JJ Redick.
Banana boat.
Plus the banana boat situation. I completely forgot. Michael McCune says, gentleman sweep. I don't know. Everybody just wants to give it to OKC, but I'm not there yet. I like OKC. I do. But don't you think this is what people were saying about the Suns and Bucks? Gentlemen sweep.
I mean, when we went up 0-2, yeah.
Suns in 4.
Gosh, bro.
Lose. Gentlemen sweep. Lose. Suns in 6. Lose. Kill me now, God.
40% of my paycheck was taken from me.
Eat the rich. Eat the rich, which is you. Max says CP3 coming to Portland.
Killed me, bro.
Mentor Scoot, plus him and Billups are boys. I could help CP3 propel. It could help him propel his coaching career. I think LA, if they want him, will get him because he likes living in Los Angeles. Because he spent all that time with the Clippers, and so he's got roots there. I think he would go to LAL over anybody. I don't see why he would want to come back and try to help the Suns after they dicked him down and sent him out for Bradley Beal.
Oh, Mike, it's the Caruso show. If you've been watching him tonight, again, doing everything for his team, knocking down a three, helping out on pressure defense, multiple times coming over, making plays, offensive rebound directly to a shooter, giving Joe a three. And then here, you want him to go one-on-one? He's going to go right at
what that was. Something just fell off my desk. My concern.
Probably wasn't important. You start getting electrocuted.
Man.
J-Dub. Backdoor cut to Case and Wallace. What a move. How did he end up that open? Do you want to lose, Indiana? Because this is how you get gentlemen swept. Nembhard really is Baby Booker, and you just don't believe in him.
Stop it.
You don't believe in him.
More like
he's
Baby
too
Bow
light
Wow.
skinned. No, he is a baby Book. If Book was more of a point.
The back cut here. It's Tyrese Halliburton. Good little screen. He takes a tough angle, passes on the money. That ended the longest run of the game by Indiana. 6-zip. I mean, that for an Indiana team that is so spurtable, that can put a run on you.
Did
so
she just
fast.
say,
Incredible
for an
job by
Indiana team that is so spurtable? Did she just say spurtable? I'll show you spurtable. All right. Neesmith to the rack, getting jostled around and ripped around and doubled around. Toppin His 5th three! Down 7, you bozo. Wow. Shea to Chet. Chet out to Jay Dubbers. Back to Dortsky. In and out. Nemhard. Up to Neesmith for 3. Short. Rebounded and fouled is Turner.
It's going to be the 4th team foul.
Good rebound.
Obi just hands up, knows his teammates in trouble, clapping, trying
Yeah,
to make
Zambuki.
sure he knows
Barbosa
where
is
he
one of my
He knows
favorite.
Neesmith doesn't
You know,
have
but that's the
vision,
thing
so
is like
you
I
know
love
he wins
Barbosa
like
so
he's
much
open.
But it was also his man
that I'm
that
actually happy that he went to the Warriors and won a title. That's one of the only dudes I could be happy winning on the Warriors. Oh my God! Ain't no way! Turner off the backboard for 3, and it's a 4-point game.
12-2 run.
Wow. Shea Gilge. Oh, did he just give Nemhard a little shove ski?
Nemhard picks up his
Seems that way.
These two guys are close.
She's about to say something.
Sure did.
She's about to watch.
Two guys, close friends.
Watch,
on
watch.
the Canadian
There she goes, the Canadian. I told you, because she can't say cousin. She keeps going. Oh, they're both from Canada. Did I mention Canada? Oh, Canada. All game, Sundo. Get her off of my broadcast. You simp.
47% from 3, continuing being the best.
Look at him acting like he doesn't know that she's the worst.
I heard you. I'm just leaving it alone.
I'm leaving it alone.
That is the shot you see Oklahoma City not concede, but give up.
It's like, Doris, don't you remember earlier in the game when you already mentioned Canada 5 times? You don't. It's like anytime Nemhard pops up, anything between Nemhard and Shea Gilgeous is like, I have to say something right now. Well, what do I know about those two? Canada! It's like, it's mind-numbing, bruh. J-Dub flopping, going to the line.
He's had some important clutch victories, a couple against Denver.
You look like a man who's doing his taxes.
I'm trying to figure some stuff out.
You look like a man who's being audited for fraud.
I'm trying to make sure that I don't get fired from work.
Okay, that's the same energy I would say about.
Not like fired per se, but like in trouble. I'm trying to submit this paperwork.
And 6 assists. He talked about last year when they got eliminated in the second
These
round.
Hardens that J-Dub and Dort are wearing are hideous. Can't stand
A
them.
long time before he went back and watched the game that they lost, eliminated.
But they're hooping.
Gives his team a 6.
Nemhard.
He's got 8 points here in the 4th. Nemhard again.
Little half spin and a scoop lay. No good. Sundo says you're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. Caruso. Gets a screen, kicks it back to J-Dub, sets him a screen. J-Dub navigating, scoop laying, no good. Rebound Hallie. Down 6. Hallie thinking about a deep one. Drive, scoop lay is good. Wow. He works for both, Wanikin. A lot of people refer to Sundo as the black Elon Musk.
That's nuts.
Nemhard, and Sundo is sending his heart out to you, okay? Nemhard doing way too much, kicks it to Siakam. Halliburton going to the rack. Nope, kicking it to Turner. They need this, Turner. You bozo. They needed that. 4 minutes to go, down 4.
Right now, OKC clinging to a 4-point lead here in game 1 of the finals.
Doris. They're Canada. What a take.
That is a ridiculous finish.
Sundo Muskie.
Who said that?
Justice. Nemhard in the corner, kicks it out. Hallie, he wants a deepen. He wants a deepen. He shoots a deepen. Brick. I would call a timeout if I was Indiana. Do they have any? They have... I can't see. They have 2 timeouts, according to ESPN. SGA draws a foul.
She's going to take a brief rest as Halliburton picks up his
Man.
first.
Mike, we talked at the top of the show about the pool.
Yeah, Chris, I'm working on a video tonight about trades to the Spurs, so be looking out for that tomorrow. I'm going to work on those tonight while Sundo is hugging his pillow. Okay? Dreaming of Doris Burke.
That is difficult, but on the other
Absolutely
end,
dreaming of Doris Burke.
He has these games where he goes in and out, where he can be dominant and look like one of the best players in the league. And there's other dates where he puts up 12, 10, and 6. Those are tour dates. Your best player can't put up tour dates in the NBA Finals.
Rick Carlisle upset.
You're laughing because he's upset, Mike?
No. You make me laugh.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
Pacers got called for a delay of game. That's what Carlisle was arguing about.
Shea hits the first.
They took it away now. That's important because if you get a second one, it's a technical foul. SGA now with 33.
But yes, see, I don't like Barnes, but I understand he has to be involved probably to make the monies work, considering what the Spurs ain't going to give up. You know.
He's taking a lot of shots, 13 for 27.
I mean, I feel like Megan Kelly would be getting all the attention. You know?
Back to 8.
Hallie, screen from Neesmith. Hallie tries a crazy selfish layup. No good. Siakam with the rebound. I love Sohan for what the Suns are going for. Absolutely. Glue guy, defender, rebounder, tough, scrappy, Dennis Rodman Jr. I want me some Sohan. And Vassell would make me bus.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, people just don't understand how great Devin Vassell is. Great! I said great. Okay.
But Mike, that was one of the things I was always taught when I got into this league. If you want them to talk about you, your performance in the postseason.
Oh, I'm about to bust.
You do it in the postseason.
Hank Hill type shit.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
Your name becomes on the top of the list.
He has
A miss on the free throw. We got a lane violation? Wow. What are we doing? Love Keldon, Alex. Love Keldon. And I feel like Keldon's been kind of not used as much as he could be because they're so deep at the position. I don't know. I need to talk about Spoys fan Gary about this.
Oh, he's going to get one more. Alex Caruso pleading his case to David Guthrie. So Toppin will come in. Turner will sit down.
Yeah, Zambuki, it's just weird to have to see a player like Beal have the type of energy to where they don't care about winning at all. And it's like, dude, we're not going to win with you. Shit does not work with you and Book and KD. It don't work. And he's like, yeah, I don't really care. Like, he was all about winning. Oh, I just want to come to the Valley because I want to try to win for once. I've been stuck in Washington and I ain't even got to win many games. I want to be a winner for once. Okay, well, we're not winning. I don't want to leave. Why not? Type shit. It's weird energy.
Gonna go against Halliburton.
Like, why doesn't he care about winning anymore?
So free throws the rest of the way on fouls.
Did you guys move me green screen?
Halliburton up every single time, and that is a foul. That's the right call. Tyrese knows it. But how many times, DB, are they bringing him up in a pick and roll, trying to attack him?
No question. And it's interesting, Richard, both teams now.
Yep, Wizards people warned us
No
to.
center on the floor, no Hartenstein, no Chet for OKC.
SGA 87% from the free throw line in the playoffs.
Bro, Hartenstein looks negative 5% black. I don't get it.
Make it 36.
He doesn't have one black feature in his face.
They've hit 11 of 13 free throws here in the fourth. Lead
108.99.
Nimhard pushing it up.
OKC up 9. Naismith! That's a big three. That's the type of shot he was shooting versus New York game 1.
A little breathing room. The Pacers have an answer. 6-point game with 2.5 to play.
Nice little defensive split, push dribble. J-Dub, no good. Neesmith board, up to Nemhard. Sundo's guy. Sundo thinks he's that guy. Nemhard, screen.
Tyrese is not even the main ball handler at this point in time because of deep.
You would have loved those Julian Newman dribbles. Hey! He just Julian Newman dribbled into a step back three and you missed it. Oh my God. 105-108.
Some anxiety here for the fans in Oklahoma City.
Shai Gilgeous, they kick it back to Dort. Dort, you stupid idiot. You shouldn't have shot that. Up to Halliburton. He wants to be a part of the three splashing celebration. Neesmith to the rack. That's a foul! What are we doing? What's happening here? How's that not a foul?
He's a scoring machine. He's got 36.
But that's a foul, but they call that foul.
I hate when refs ruin the game, bro.
All defensive team. Watch this challenge. Straight verticality. Then the block, the discipline. It's ridiculous.
He was not straight vertical. He jumped forward and into Neesmith. I'm sorry. It was almost vertical. It wasn't, though.
This is what they do. They turn turnovers, great defense, into fast-paced transition opportunities, and then Shai just
Need this, Nem. Nem! Okay, he hits the first.
Free throw. 13 points, 4-point game.
We heard Rick Carlisle saying you've got to attack off the
Who's the
drive.
chat leader right now?
This is what has made Nemhard
Infamy.
successful in this half.
And it ain't even close.
Free throws right there. Again, both teams in the penalty.
They just think he's the face of the league, Alex. They think he's going to be the face of the league. Maybe he is.
To this 3-point lead.
You know?
The drive inside.
SGA misses. Obi over to Nemhard. Nice pass.
Under a minute remaining.
They're moving it around. It's down 3, Sundo. Down 3, Nemhard. Tween. Step back. 3! Brick. Why does he always do that when you're watching? But when you look at your phone, he looks like Kobe. 109-110.
He is a relentless mover, Siakam.
SGA guarded by Nimhard.
Gilgeous. No, gave it to J-Dub. J-Dub to the rack. Oh my God, no good! Siakam saved it out of bounds!
Wow. I thought they would have called a foul on that.
I thought he would have called timeout on his way to the ground.
I think that's what he's asking for.
Every player on Indiana is asking for that.
Yeah, you got to review that.
But is it more about the proximate foul, perhaps? Or is it...
No foul was called, though. Siakam falling down.
Nah, dog, you just caught it and fell out of bounds. I don't know what we're talking about here.
Take a timeout.
I think they were trying to argue that he got pushed out by whoever that is, but nah, you were just
I don't
hustling.
think so.
You got
Yeah. Well, they can always play the foul game. Maybe they miss a foul shot, and
Challenging the out of bounds called on the floor.
because it's a 1-point deficit right now. Now, here's where things get interesting. Because I'm going to go run to the little girls' room, and we're going to see if Sundo has the patience and the energy to talk to the chat.
Doesn't right now, but whatever. Maybe they review. I think that's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to review it for the foul right now. But there's really not much of a foul. I mean, you could say right there, whenever he's reaching as Siakam's also reaching, but like no, bro. I'm not baked, bro. I'm already tired. I'm ready to go to bed. If the argument is that Wallace fouled him right there, I don't know if that's enough, bro. That's not enough. It's really not enough. I think both players are going for the ball. They're both hustling. There's a little bit of hand fighting there. But yeah. There's not a lot there to prove a shove. Oh man, I can't wait to see what this call is going to be. If they really figure out a way to make this a foul on that guy, bro, that would be nuts. Would be.
Because like it would extend the series a little bit.
Siakam is the last to touch the ball prior to going out of bounds. There is no foul proximate to the play.
Yeah, bro.
Yep. Figured it
I don't know
be.
what Siakam was looking at the ref for. Like, what do you want me to do?
Again, that's a loose ball.
But he had to go for it. Why did he fall like that?
I mean, maybe because he actually got pushed by the dude. Because the dude did bump into him, right?
Yeah.
But they were both hustling for the ball. I mean, that's just sorry. The ball's loose. You're hustling for the ball. That's just basketball. It happens sometimes.
Don't fall.
I mean, he fell because he got bumped, but
Okay, there is a little bit of a shot clock here. SGA stopped. Turn. Oh, 9 seconds. What are we going to do here? 5 seconds. Halliburton. Oh, he wants to be the hero. He wants to be the hero right now.
He did
Oh, my God.
Hey, bro, teams got to learn to call a timeout, bro. Call the timeout. Wow, dude. Wow, bro.
This crowd
They really stole this.
As the Pacers take a 1-point lead.
Look, this is what you want. The MVP with his signature pull-up. Great defense.
Carlisle is a genius. He says, I'm just going to let my guys play. Watch this game, Step. Oh, my gosh, bro.
That is what Tyrese Halliburton has been
That's
doing
insane, dude.
all season.
That's literally insane.
Wow.
Like,
No hesitation in those big moments. He wants the ball in his hand.
have I not had the Pacers back this whole stream, everybody, by the way, and by the way?
Yeah, you have, but look, you have. I'm just
Everybody
saying, the way
thinks
they're
that the
playing,
Knicks
they
are gonna-
bro.
Final minute, hit big shots. This, of course, a heartbreaking play for Cavs fans.
That is crazy.
Another incredible comeback against the Cavaliers. And then against the Knicks on that unbelievable game at Madison Square Garden. Hits what was a two-pointer, forced the overtime, and they won again. And now there's 3/10 of a second remaining. Plenty of time for a catch and shoot.
I love that he didn't call a timeout, allow them to get the matchups they want. And you trust your guy.
And I like it by Rick Carlisle because they have one timeout. So if you miss it, foul, you have a chance to advance. That's why they had to go.
All right, so OKC to inbound. They still have one timeout if they have trouble getting it in. They're going to put Obi Toppin on the inbounder, Caruso. But this has to be
As soon as this is over, I'm getting off here, but this is nuts.
0.3 of a second remaining. And now Carlisle will
That was
call a
insane,
timeout.
dude.
That's his last timeout.
To do that shit in the finals, man, is just
That vertical threat. He has been a
Man.
sneaky scorer on the baseline.
he pulled up from like 17 and just drilled it with his ugly release.
They've turned the ball over.
Like, what? Like, if Book would have done that, it would have made more sense and looked more like, oh, yeah, well, look at the way he let go of it. But that just didn't look like it was going in, right?
I couldn't tell you what it looked like. I just know that he shot it. I expect him to shoot it. I didn't expect him to get a good look like that, but he managed to get enough separation to get a look and just drilled it, bro.
Maybe that was like 19 feet.
It was right inside the line, so it was longer than that.
So you want to have a big guy by the rim for the lob. They can block it away. They can
Man.
Book would have took a 3, Ruben says.
No, Book would have wanted a 2, and your boy Bud would have been like, no, take the 3. Only 3s. Do it randomly, though. Make sure you're random about it.
All right, here we go. Let's see what happens, bro.
What could possibly happen here?
A quick bump. There you go, GG. There you go. I can't believe they stole this, bro. That's nuts.
Tried to tell you.
All right. Well, I'm going to bed happy because I really wanted them to get this one.
Me too.
Good for Indiana, bro.
That is
right,
crazy.
I'm
Later, bro.
Off. That was nuts.
See you Sunday. Next stream Sunday.
All
right, man.
Peace out.
Later. What a game, by the way. It done turned me into a Canadian over here. That was insane, man.
And Lisa's got him.
See here.
Just take me through that last possession. You guys didn't call timeout. Take me through the last game possession.
Yeah, man, we got to stop. And coach trusts us in those moments to not call timeouts. Trust me in those moments. Guys trust me, and just trying to make a play. So, man, basketball's fun, man. Winning is fun. That's a great win for us.
How about the defensive possession? There was still 0.3 left.
Yeah. Big time play. Miles did a great job at the rim. They tried to do a pin down to get him out of the action so they could throw the lob. Miles got around it. Good tip. And,
Michael said low-key pulling for the Pacers now. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't want to do it to my boy. Vape Daddy. I love my boy Vape Daddy. I want him to win. But it's like, what's best for the Suns is that the Pacers get in on the bidding for KD. And the only way that would happen is if they felt like they needed more scoring. And this could be a part of that. It might be a pipe dream, but that's all I care about. However this could benefit the Suns, that's all I care about.
We just keep pushing. So, like I said, really proud of this group.
And I would love a OKC return for KD to have him finish his career there. It would feel a lot better seeing him go to his old team that it's kind of like fate, like meant to be type shit. That would be crazy, Alex. You have to take some video of that. How are you not a Indy fan? Why are you a Cleveland fan? Damn. Game 2 Sunday at 8 p.m. Zambuki said that was a fun watch. Wow, Hallie doing it for the USA. Yeah, man. If you guys didn't watch that for some reason, you should be. So join us next time over on Playback. Like, come watch the game. Like, this is must-see basketball. So if you're here for the hangout, that's awesome. We want you here, don't get me wrong. But it's like, if you're just like, oh, well, I can't watch the game. I don't have an app for it or whatever. I'm at work. Like, use us as your conduit to be able to watch the game because this shit is truly must-see TV. And I knew it would be. And because Knicks Pacers was damn near must-see TV, I knew this was going to be it. And they just stole home court advantage from a team that was dominating them basically the entire game. They never quit. They don't care how much you're up by. Yep, DC, he should have been... You know what would have been great about it, DC? Is that we lost out on Luka for Ayton, and we could have made up for it. We could have immediately made up for it by getting Halliburton instead of McHale. And I love McHale, but is McHale Tyrese Halliburton? Oh, hell no. Okay? What up, Adam? What up, Dusty? Oh, my bad. Why did I say McHale? Sticks. Is Sticks Halliburton? Oh, hell nah. Okay? Yeah, who do we miss on for Bender, Zambuki? That's a good question. I don't even remember. I've blocked that part out of my brain. Yeah, I had that wrong, Alex. I don't know why I thought it was him. We passed up on SGA for McHale. My bad, SGA. That's probably what I was thinking. Mo Dizzle says the Pacers keep playing. Yeah, I think it's the Pacers who have like that crazy stat where they keep winning these games that they're down by like 7 or whatever in the last minute. I can't remember what the stat is, but that is crazy, man. What a damn game for a game one. I'm glad it was like this. Like, you remember Sundo's story earlier about taking his wife to Popeyes and it being bad. This was kind of like my taking him to Popeyes moment where it's like, I want him to want to watch these games. I don't want him to be like, these games are out of hand. It's just going to be OKC. There's no point in watching. Like, I want him to want to stream and you know, enjoy the games. And this was good for him too, because I guarantee he'll be more interested in game 2 because they served some good chicken this game. Eric says, if Thunder blow it, does this make KD to the Thunder possible? That's what I've been saying. Like, that's my only rooting interest in this series from a Suns perspective is I do think it could and the reason why is because OKC has so many picks. They have so many good players that they could trade and not really feel the pain of it. You can do deals left and right with OKC that don't really hurt them. And if they could somehow lose this series, they might find it in their hearts to bring KD back, to be that little extra firepower to get them over the top. It would be a crazy team if you could add Kevin Durant to it. I have a video out on that very subject of what it would look like trading with OKC. They did, Alex. They keep that my pleasure Chick-fil-A attitude all through the game, no matter what. I did, Mirage. He hit one, right? He didn't hit two, right? One of them was beautiful. The next one was just an absolute abomination. I don't know why he shot that. Fabian, did Kevin Durant ruin the Golden State Warriors when he went there and won back-to-back finals MVPs? You burnt. You burnt. I'm trying to bring you burnt back. And I don't think it's going to work. Zambuki says Torian Prince. What about Torian Prince? Oh, you want Torian Prince? You want Chris Dunn? You want Jacob Pirtle? You're naming all the people that we could have got instead of. Wow, we could have got Sabonis instead of Bender. Are you kidding me? Was that the same draft? Don't say that. Yeah, DC, we got to start selling some kind of Suns Valley shirt that's like Michigan State, oriented. Maybe I'll make one of those tonight if I get bored. Mirage, I would take JJJ in a heartbeat. This guy is so good. The Suns are saying they want a center. I just don't know, man. Like, do you think that the Grizzlies are going to move off of him? Like, he is a special player. And JJJ is somebody we could have gotten instead of DeAndre Ayton, and should have. That was another mistake. Another mistake. Good night, Alex. Take her easy. J Money says, damn, plus 2,000 at the end of the third. Someone hit nice. Man, I wish I had the balls to have put money down on something like that. And the means. I bet they did. Anybody put like $200-300 down. That's crazy. Thank you, Mirage. I'm glad too, and we'll see what happens. I'll probably likely end up streaming at least one Phoenix Mercury game to see if you guys want to do that. And maybe it's not you guys. Maybe we get other people that actually do watch WNBA. Maybe a lot less of them will be scumbags than a lot of you, Eric says we need an Amari like 4/5 next book. You're probably right about that. But if I was doing it in my order and you could pick whatever you wanted, I would be getting him a Chris Paul, Steve Nash, Hello Sands fans, Ricky Rubio style point guard. Wherever that is, whatever that is, whoever that is, that's what I would get for book first. And then I would move on to a Amari style 4/5 that preferably can shoot from the three. I know Psycho Hawk, I know it feels that way, but Devin Booker has never been better than when he has somebody taking all of the point guard responsibilities cleanly off of his plate and allowing him to focus. But it's not just about what it does for Book. Those point guards had Hakeem Warwick looking good. They had Josh Childress looking good from time to time. Chris Paul had sticks getting decent-sized double-doubles every time he was out there. He had Frank Kaminsky getting buckets. We had Aaron Baines scoring. When you have a point guard like that, in that vein, not only does it clearly make Booker the best Booker possible, but it makes everyone else lift up where they're at and their game gets better. So I don't care as much about rim pressure until I have a force multiplier like a Luka Doncic style passer, which is very rare. But we've had them before. We've had them. We had Nash, we had Ricky Rubio, and we had Chris Paul. They all pass like that. They all make everyone around them better consistently. That's what I want first. I want one of them dudes. What up, Ivan? I like Monte Morris. I got half of him. I absolutely would bring him back. If he would come back on a small contract, on a minimum, absolutely, I would bring him back. Also, bring back Colin Gillespie. Brad says, if Phoenix wants a quality center, they should trade with Orlando. I would love to get involved with Orlando. They got some tings we want. No, Ivan, I wouldn't say I like Ott more than those two. I wanted those two instead, all those three instead, but it is what it is. Maybe I keep hanging on to this one thing, which is like, we were so geeked about Frankie Vogel, and we were so geeked about Coach Bud play random. And that didn't get us anywhere. So not being excited feels okay for some weird reason. Goga? Yeah, I want Goga Mirage. That would be so nice. EG said, what a fucking game. It really was. I did not think that jumper was going in from Halliburton. And it's because his release is misleading. It just doesn't look like it should work, but it does, especially in the clutch. My God, that was impressive. Think about how he's got to be feeling right now. Like, if you're a Pacers fan, you don't even need cocaine. You just naturally have a cocaine high right now. Mirage says, I heard that Ott worked with Evan Mobley all year and that he won Defensive Player of the Year. My question is, Mirage, to what degree did he work with him? Because I would imagine, and I could be wrong, maybe this isn't Johnny Bryant's purview, but I can imagine Johnny Bryant worked with Evan Mobley to some degree. You see how like the semantics work there? To some degree, he worked with him all year and he won Defensive Player of the Year. So did Johnny Bryant. I would think. Yeah, Brad, that's a good argument against the Olympics hurting Book and KD, you know? "100% on Colin," says Psycho Hawk. Yeah, I think we gotta bring him back, man. We don't have any choice. We need him. We need a player like him. Your boy Rick Carlisle, a.k.a. Bald Jim Carrey. Really does look like him. Mirage says, I don't know. They were saying Johnny Bryant was working with Spida, but who knows? That's what they were saying on the timeline pod. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would trust those guys to know what they're talking about. So if they're saying that they have knowledge of who's working with who more specifically, I'll believe it. That's good to hear. And mostly importantly, it's great to hear that Devin Booker wanted Jordan Ott. Okay, inject that into my veins because that's the only thing that's going to get me through. Voltson said, what did I just witness? An all-time great finals game. An all-time great. And you witnessed this series living up to the hype that a lot of us had for it. Unlike the people that are like, I just want big market teams. How about the best teams? How about the best, most capable teams play each other, and then we all get to watch what the best basketball currently is in the world? I don't know. Maybe that's a crazy thought. Maybe that would be bad for the sport to have the best product visible. Gonna be bittersweet, says Mirage, to see KD go. Depends on what we get for him. It could be on the sweeter side if we're able to get multiple picks and we're gonna have to get at least a player back for him, if not 3. So what players can we get back? As far as our options seem to be, I like the idea of the Spurs, man. The Spurs have some players that I would love to get my grubby little mitts on. more than other teams for the most part. So I'm looking into that tonight. I'm going to make a video for tomorrow for that. Yeah, Brad, but like I talked to my boy Gary, and he's just like, dude, we will not do that. We don't do that. We don't go after aging players. We're not going to do that. It's like, well, I mean, you went after LaMarcus Aldridge. I know he wasn't probably as old, but at what point, if you're the Spurs, do you not actually try to win? And putting KD with that squad makes them a top 5 team immediately, and you decide where in that top 5 they are. 1 through 5. I'd say you probably need to start with 3 after these 2 teams. But I don't know. Wemby's crazy. I definitely want Vassell and Keldon. I don't know if they're going to give that up. So I don't want to, I don't want to get over my skis, as it were. But I'll put together different packages, like best case scenario, worst case scenario, what we would accept, type shit. Yeah, I know that it would be cool to see them together. It really would. Well, but that's the thing, Tristan. Like, it could really work for the Spurs. It could really work for the Spurs because then they won't have to be committed to Kevin Durant for more than 2 years. They just, wash their hands of him if it doesn't work. That's a Spurs move. That's a Spurs prerogative. What games, Mirage? Which games? And he's still, in those 2 years, you got to imagine he's got at least one more year of his current greatness. What up, final boss? Roy Maivia. You working tonight? Oh, video games? I don't know. I mean, I would, but Sundo's just never around for that in the summer, Got to find something, though. Maybe a 2K stream or 2. But he won't be there for that. I want Sundo there, Brad says Knicks might be good too, but I don't know their pick situation. With the Knicks, you need to get a third team involved. Unless you're going straight up KD for Cat, and the contract that works financially there is Ariel Huckporty. He's a center. You guys would like him. He'd be a fun backup center, maybe third string center. But like he's got a good motor and he's cheap. It would have to be that. Yeah, we're definitely doing a draft live stream this year, man. Even if we're only picking at 29, we'll be there with bells on for that. And apparently we're really trying to get our 10th pick back from the Rockets and stuff. But Gambo said that's not true. Gambo says we haven't talked to the Rockets since the coaching search went into effect. But apparently we want back into the draft. Hopefully we can get back into the draft even higher and get multiple picks in the first round. Boy, do we need that. Imagine getting like 2 players better than Ryan Dunn. How would that make you feel going? I would feel so much better. It's like taking medicine and waiting for it to kick in. It's like once this medicine kicks in, bro, we're going to be feeling so good. We're going to be feeling so good, but right now we feel like shit. I don't think so, Mirage. I think that if they want to trade the first pick, they could get better than Devin Booker for the first pick. So I don't see why they would give it to us. Spurs number 3 pick would not be bad. I think they really want that third pick. Roy, and they would be giving us players back like Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sohan to make the money work to the degree that they are not going to add on a third overall pick. Second. They have two. Roy. Sixers have the third pick. It was probably going to be Ace Bailey. Down there. In y'all's NBA draft. Second and 14. Yeah, we might get 14. Probably not because of the players they'd be sending. They wouldn't even need to sweeten the deal with a 14 overall pick. Unless maybe we trade them 29 and 14, but that's not how they roll. They do, or you think they do, Roy, because we ain't got no picks for them. We do, but we don't. Yeah, Harden would be a fun, if you could trust him to stay healthy and in shape. He would be kind of fun to have. I wanted him before we found out we were going to get Beal. That's what I thought we were going to do. I thought we were going to swap the Sixers, Chris Paul and James Harden, but to his credit, he has been better on the Clippers than he was for the Sixers. I thought he was dead. I thought his legs were dead with the Sixers. Well, maybe I'll turn that game on myself, Shane, and watch a little bit of that to see how palatable it is. Shane, do you think TJ McConnell's sister is going to be playing for the Suns, or is she just like some bench rider? Yeah, me too, Shanton. I think this Pacer team is special, and I have not wavered on my belief that this is going to be a close series and that the Pacers can win it, although everybody just thinks OKC is going to win automatically. Pacers never stop. They share the ball. They can shoot. They can create they have people that can create for themselves, multiple people that can create for themselves. They got bigs that can shoot. It's crazy. It's a crazy team. It just makes you excited, hopefully, for what the Suns are going to do in a rebuilding process, because it's like, this is what we should have been doing all along. We kept trying to eat our dessert before we had our vegetables. We kept being like, yeah, F the future. We're going to win right now. We'll just take that championship now, thank you. Build a long-lasting team that's built for success for the long haul? Nah, we'll take that title now. That's what we thought life was like. We thought life was sweet, and it was not. These are both teams that did the opposite of us. It's like, now that we're in that mode, it's kind of exciting. I just hope we get the right guys to do it, and I'm worried that they're all yes men to Ishbia. But if Ishbia is to be believed, he didn't make any of the prior decisions, but now he's going to. So now shit will be on Ishbia. Now we really can blame Ishbia because he's taking credit for the future. Because today the report came out that he had said, yo, Chico, I came in here, I hired experts, quote unquote, I paid whatever it took, I let them make the decisions, and they failed me. Not the other way around. So from now on, we're doing it Ishbia's way. That's what he said. So we're going to get to really choose. We're going to get to really judge him for the first time, knowing that it was him behind the decisions. How long of a leash does he give himself? How much failure can we have? I just hope that we're all panicking over nothing, and I hope that things will work out, but I just don't want to be naive. I don't want to be a naive little cuck that's like, maybe it'll work out. Like, why would I believe that it's going to work out? I shouldn't believe it's going to work out. I should just wait and see. Just wait and see what happens. Don't take a side either way. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out. We'll be back on Sunday for the next game of this series. I'm going to try to have a video out tomorrow morning, unless I play zombies all night, but I am going to try a video about Spurs trade possibilities with the Suns, so be looking out for that. Until then, Thunder lose! Thunder lose!